Riyadh Masters. We are halfway through the day, so you get some new faces. My name's Cryptic, and of course, you're all familiar with Fogged. How you doing, man?
Good. Good morning.
Good morning, indeed. We got some sick games today. I mean, I feel like we've been pretty lucky. We've had some pretty cool series, and even ones that we thought were going to be like maybe a little one-sided, did end up being so.
Yeah, and today let's say, it could be similar, right? We did see Secret just beat down BB team. It wasn't even close. They actually just completely exposed them, so that was a treat to see yesterday. Now today, yeah, we've got, a bit more like similar kind of underdog, I would say, the OG versus Quest one. That should be pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know what to expect because OG, they seem to be kind of like 50-50. They trade with almost anybody, it seems like, right now. They're really riding on a lot of momentum behind like Seb playing his Coddle and stuff like that. So that should be a
Yeah.
fun matchup.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, that's the thing about this OG team that's a little scary is again they have some kind of unorthodox drafts, right? Like a
Yeah.
lot of people don't really expect or maybe don't have as much experience playing against like these coddle type heroes as of recent. Like it's really only OG that's picking this, and they pick it a lot.
Yeah, and I'm actually happy to see it picked because I thought it got like, it did get some nerfs and everything, but Berlin was the CM Coddle show, right? Like every game we were having CM Coddle, then techies started to come in toward the end, and people were like, oh my god, this is broken. But yeah, it was very quickly that people were playing with this hero because it just gives you, it opens up so much of your draft. Like there's so many pairings. So we even got to see like Coddle Puck, which is, it's not like, your Embers or anything like that, but it helps. Coddle SF, very similar. So yeah. Definitely looking forward to seeing what we're going to get. I don't think we'll see the Coddle. I think we're going to see a 3-4 ban. That's why I was bringing it up a bunch, because I think it is a pretty big tool for OG's toolkit.
We will find out as we get rid of the Enigma, followed by the IO. Silencer actually first phase banned here from OG, which is a little bit interesting, but this leaves in a lot of options. So they end up just grabbing the Rubik. That's kind of a quest staple.
That's Snap. Do they Coddle first too? Ah, there you go.
Coddle. You were right.
I figured this was going to happen. So now they can... The thing is, like, you may not want a Primal Beast, because Quest was looking at the Rubik Primal combo a lot. They'll now move for a Puck. Okay, so this is really interesting, because then it gives them the catch throughout the game, ways to find this Coddle and stuff like that. So already we're having, these teams just... They came with a plan, versus each other immediately.
Yeah, they did not mess around on the drafts here. This was just... Go. Like
yeah.
No reserve time spent. They get through the first 4 bans, the first 4 picks, and now they're like, all right, where do we go from here?
Yeah, okay, so we do get to see that. I think this is Seb's best hero at the moment, and I think it opens up a lot of, like, not just the hero pool, the way that OG wants to draft with it, but I actually think it really helps the way that they want to pressure the map and stuff like that, because Sebi's actually quite active. So it's really nice to see what he's going to be able to do and pump up BZM Storm Spirit, a hero that's been still looking pretty damn good.
Trying to think like quests. Like we only got to see a few. Did we only get 1 or 2 of their series? Maybe we got 2. But I felt like in every game so far, outside of one, I think one game they got shut out pretty hard. But they have like a pretty consistent. Maybe we didn't actually see them lose.
Oh, which one? Sorry.
Quest. I'm like looking back to like at some of their previous games. I'm like they've looked pretty dang strong the whole time, but
we watched them do the 70-minute game versus 9 Pandas. That's when they lost, if I'm not mistaken.
That's what it was. Okay.
That's the only one.
I was like, I could have sworn like I saw them lose once, but it was, there's just so many games these last few days that have blurred up.
They've mostly only lost, I would say, to the teams that are really like looking very, very strong right now. I would say like Extreme 2-0'd them, and then they went 1-1 with them. 9 Pandas, they're a strong team. They're just like sometimes have these like one-off games and stuff like that. They went 1-1. Quest went 1-1 with Gaming, and then besides that, they 2-0'd, I think, pretty much
everyone. Yeah,
everyone else. So,
that's good.
Yeah,
so they're doing pretty well. They're sitting in a good position in their group, right? Like I think they're literally top. Yeah, 7-3. So very good chance that they're going to be moving through the group stage. I think it's probably. It's very actually Group A is actually really close compared to Group B in terms of like wins, but either way, they've got to be pretty happy with where they're at so far.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Especially when you're playing with like a new guy, and he's killing it. Honestly, Malik has been incredibly impressive and cool hero pool too, as we've seen.
Okay, I guess we should probably mention it. The Meepo ban. How do you feel about this? Because obviously we see the mid Meepo. So you were mentioning it the other day that we've been seeing some off-lane Meepo kind of weasel its way into the meta a little bit.
Yeah, into high-level pubs and stuff like that. I think the hero is. I was saying yesterday. I think there's some like broken kind of potential there. So I think it's fine if you don't want to draft something that has to worry about it. Like, yeah, just get rid of it. So they're not going to want to worry about that when they have a puck. It can really ruin these. You can really ruin something like a puck and a Queen of Pain. The game just becomes very complicated for you. You don't have big burst damage unless you snowball really hard as a puck. And, yeah, they just don't feel like playing versus this. So. We understand the Booster band too. They have Coddle, and the Beastmaster band even makes more sense with the Coddle too. Just all these chakra kind of OP heroes, and looking at Void, Mars, and Naga band.
That's kind of like all over the place.
Yeah,
you know, that's like a scatter shot, just being like, all right, there's a couple of these heroes we just don't want to play against. But
it's,
I guess I'm trying to figure out the Faceless Void though. That's the one that's the big question mark to me.
It's horrible for Coddle in lane. It's better now because you don't play around Blast as much inside the lane, but it should still work this way. But time dilation affects Coddle twice with Blast.
That's right, with the that's right.
And that was Yatoro was the one who kind of brought that to fruition a lot. So I think that's why we do see that probably banned.
You got your Primal Beast. Dude,
I think they should always do this.
So good.
The Primal Puck combo, I mean, we saw them run it to perfection the other day. Just every single time it felt like he's snapping the coils with his charge, even with his grab and stuff like that, since it's got that vertical pull. Yeah, he's amazing on this hero.
Dude, that was so nice. And then on top of it, you get Undying, an incredibly strong 5, really good lane bully. Should be able to help protect your carry.
Do they snap, or do they just decide we'll find something else to kill Tombstone and stuff like that? Because it is in the pool. Like DM.
Being off lane.
So maybe not the most wanted.
And I think Quest has kind of put him in a position. It's like, well, you don't have a Tombstone killer, right? So
yeah.
Snap. Just deal with it.
Snap versus Puck, Primal, and Rubik is not the best either.
Yeah.
Primal just gets to you super easy. Puck gets to you super easy. Rubik has good spells, so could be something. They could still wanting it. They'll go more for just straight lanes. So, if I'm not mistaken, earlier today, I was looking at their. Where the hell's my tab? I have it somewhere right here.
You see lots of Razors.
Yeah, I think they did this morning, if I'm not mistaken. I think he popped off on the Razor. I think he went 19-2.
Yeah, they went IO Razor.
Yeah, he went 19-2. Yeah. Well, he went CM Razor. It's the same thing. So they just played to smash the lane. They were playing versus Tide Hunter, and I think I mentioned the other day, like Razor versus Tide. That is like the worst. Primal at least has a way to play around it, right? You have a charge and stuff like that to potentially break, and you can kill him, you know, during the link and stuff with trample. Sure, you lose some damage because it's based off your attack damage, but cool. I mean, OG's looking to kind of play well in the lanes, like have a good lane position, and then play well in the mid game, and they have looked good when they've been able to have these good lanes. Just when they have catch, at least. I think we did see the unfortunate troll lineup have 0 catch and get danced on, but
yeah, I like this a lot. I mean, I will say, like, the tools to dealing with the Razor, I guess now makes sense with the Faceless Void band, the Naga Siren band. Like, those all are actually also very good against this hero. So maybe they were kind of predicting to be playing up against this Primal Beast or something, but OG just trying to bring something new. They get rid of the Timbersaw, the Tide Hunter.
Starting those offlaners. I mean, DM, this is pretty much the same exact. This is 4 heroes, the same exact draft they had for Spirit. It's just the Beastmaster that was in for OG. That would have been a very nice. That would have been a GGAM pick.
Yeah, there's just nothing for this hero.
Yeah, pretty much no catch. So very, very good band there, and the Morphling band too. Very I mean, not exactly the same, but same. Yeah, elusive core.
Can you pick a Slark or not without seeing your offlane matchup? Because I feel like some of these matchups are super, super hard to deal with. If you're not playing into like a Tide, Tide's already banned. Okay, let's go for TA 2000's TA, of course.
Strong.
I mean, that's not great against the Razor in terms of the matchup, though.
No, definitely not. But he has heroes that can body for him, right? He has the Primal and the Undying to body, and he can build, you know, Pike and stuff like that eventually. They have a Rubik Lift to try to break the link off of him too, so.
I just want OG to keep on the color scheme here, so I want a blue hero of some kind. That is
that's a DM classic.
That is a DM classic. Also, very weird looking blue hero.
Okay, so they're pretty fragile, is the one thing I would say about OG. They don't really have the best front line overall. The Veno, they're looking to just really shut down this top lane, in particular for the TA.
I mean, that's a super good lane against the Undying as well. Like, he can't really pressure these heroes up against Caudle and Veno.
Yeah.
A ton of magic
cool.
damage. They don't really care too much. Like, they're not going to lose, like, damage. Well, I guess Veno does now that he's universal a little bit. But it's going to be pretty solid. Like, Undying gets out of position for a moment. You're going to have Blinding Light. You have Illuminates. Of course, the slows from Veno.
Yeah, I'm a little worried just because the limited catch for the puck, and I've seen these pucks when they're not playing versus enough catch just go absolutely crazy. So I potentially want to see BZM maybe go Orchid this game.
That's actually cool.
Because I've seen like Kiyotaka, Depressed Kid, who's like probably like the best for me, the best storm lately. Yeah. He did that a bunch at Bali when they lacked disables, and it was versus the pucks usually. So BZM could do that. So, okay. Let's see if this will work. I'm a little worried. I like quests a tiny bit more, but OG, they do have really strong lanes, so they can snowball if they do get that big lane advantage and stuff like that. But I would say that quest is a little bit more well-rounded. But let's see. I think these lanes could cause some issues at least. We'll have to see how that top lane in particular goes. This Veno plus... Or sorry, the bottom lane, sorry. The Veno plus Coddle goes.
I mean, if he gets a little bit of space, he should be feeling pretty good. And I feel like the mid lane Puck versus Storm is still pretty okay for Puck.
Yep.
My attention's still going to be on this Primal Beast. It's just flashbacks to Malik playing it the other day. It was absolutely perfect. He was involved in like all but like 2 or 3 kills in a 46-minute game or something. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous how much he got done. Granted, that was against, a Drow Ranger who did, kind of give him a couple freebies, but this game, maybe he makes it happen again.
Yeah, especially because he's not playing versus the most ways to prevent his charge. The 2 main things he really has to worry about. We'll talk about the third one afterwards, but it's CM Frostbite and Blinding Light. Veno Gale can be annoying, like if you're in the lane and stuff like that. But yeah, if he's going to be onside, he's not going to be playing in that lane. It's going to be different. So it's not the easiest to prevent Malik from just kind of going bonkers mode. These 2 heroes, Puck and Primal, we've seen them just do so well for a minute in the past, and let's see what we get this morning.
Absolutely. Super excited. It is our first game, but the third series of the day. Now, for those of you who are just tuning in, it is Quest taking on the side of OG. And both teams kind of on a burner as of recent. We'll see if OG can keep their momentum going, because people are a little bit, wondering how they were going to perform here just in general, let alone with the stand-in. And I think so far they've got to be pretty happy.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Seb's looked pretty damn good. Scottle's been kind of running the show, and he's playing it again. So this is the test, I feel like, for the Seb Coddle. Playing versus Quest. See how they do. Let's see how well this top lane does, too, in particular, right? Because they picked CM Razor. They're picking this to shut this Primal Beast down. So let's see if it does work out very, very well.
Do you think Malik is forced to go Onslaught in this lane, level 1? Because I feel like a lot of times, like getting a casual point in Uproar at like 2 is pretty like standard if you're taking a lot of harass. But I can't imagine
probably
they won't be able to run him down.
Probably. I was checking Omar if he was holding skill point, because, you can just get telekinesis and stuff in some situations. It's never great, level 1, but could have seen a perhaps. We'll see. He does have Omar to play around, so. But speaking of Omar.
There's the Gale. He gets the Fade Bolt out. Malik is here. He might just go for the deny. I mean, he's got so much damage. It doesn't end up connecting with it. Yoragi will be the one grabbing first blood on the safe lane Razor.
Cool. Venomancer, almost a free first blood in a lot of situations still. Gale so potent.
Sometimes you just slowed 50% for 15 seconds.
And that's actually pretty big that Yoragi gets the kill if he wants to go down like the quick boots. All right, he actually buys the Band of Elven Skin. I thought he might just go for the boots to be able to dance around inside this lane, but wants some extra base damage. All right.
I actually don't think strength gain is so high. He does go Onslaught, running at the CM as they saw the plasma field get thrown, and Taiga's just dead.
Good lord.
Okay.
the boots for a reason on the Razor and the CM. This is a lane that if the lane position is not right by your tower, it's constant kill threat from Primal and from Rubik. We'll have to see if that ends up being okay.
It's wild because that's just not really like an expected result. I guess you have Crystal Nova doesn't about
280 on CM Razor, 310 on Primal. He's always gonna have a pretty good way to walk down.
Do you ever like watch a Dota of like a hero that you really like, but you don't really play that often? And you're like, I just need to play this hero more. That's I feel like how it is with Primal Beast. Like, I just love this hero. He is so cool.
Yeah, I mean, I love Primal. I suck at it because I'm not used to playing it. You know, you haven't used S to stop your onslaught, and it's muscle memory. This hero definitely takes quite a bit. Or I just suck at it.
Yeah, knowing like getting the onslaught cancels is actually really, really, really important. Also, the chain stun, right, from Pulverize into onslaught, so you can't BKB it. That's like a big, like, you can't afford to mess those ones up.
And it looks really cool. You combo it perfect, right? Just like this little like nudge that they do right after the Pulverize, but it does a big burst damage. Yeah, it's neat. He'll actually take Hyper level 2. I guess it's a way to kind of counteract static link.
They're so slow!
Like, look at how much damage he has, too. Like, so. Okay.
It works.
Approach. I wonder what build Malik's going to go this game. So I'm bringing this up for a reason, because when I look at OG's draft, so Hype is like 10x more valuable, even though it's not a value pickup usually. You could see him perhaps even getting it this game relatively early. It's literally all magic damage on OG. Until
that's a really good
on.
point. Albies hate building that item. Actually, Taiga taking a lot of damage. We'll drop the Frostbite as Razor throws some like extra damage, but that just sets up for an uproar instead, and Primal Beast wins another.
Decent link for Yuragi at the least.
Yeah.
But another kill for Malik. I'm looking at bottom. The harassment so far is not working out for DM and Seb. They're bringing Kaori a little bit. TA2000 is absolutely free farming.
Yeah. I looked down there a few different times, and Kaori is just tanking all the spells.
Yeah.
So TA is not getting like really zoned out at all. And look at the CS too, right? Like DM sitting at 10-2, Seb at 6-2, which is happens actually quite often when he plays the Coddle. He does grab.
See you later, nerds.
Sorry, it's just
another headset.
Another headset down. Seb grabs CS in the lane actually pretty regularly when he plays this Coddle.
Yeah, I mean, securing range creep is definitely important when you don't have like a nuke on your offlaner, so he probably just blinding light pushing stuff like that to secure some. But yeah, I mean, they're not slowing down the TA by any means, so mid lane going well as well too for Quest. And yeah, top, I mean, they're doing excellent up here so far versus this Razor. This Razor's about smashing the lane, and I mean, first 3 minutes, definitely not the case.
Yeah, not at all. Mid seems like it's mostly just a wash right now. Like, pretty much dead even.
Yuragi?
Yes. Ooh, wait, you're right. Yuragi gets gone on, but they don't want to dive the tower. They're just winning trades, though.
Yeah. He's got his boots now. Oh, he eats the tango. I think Taiga actually put a tree for him, and he actually didn't need it. We'll see.
Oh,
Malik?
wait a minute. They're going to get aggressive on Malik, and he is taking a lot of damage there. They try to save him. It's not going to be in time, but Yuragi just getting pelted by Omar.
And
There's
Taiga.
a huge creep wave. This might just be a double kill. It is Omar as the carry, and he eats the tree. Oh, no. Insult to injury. A dive to the tier
Wait, what?
2 tower?
Wait, what? Just... I guess they wanted to push them off the creep wave. It was like a double or triple wave with Tombstone, and now they'll actually get Tombstone as well, too. So you get a double kill in that. All right, bottom lane salvaged.
I guess so, yeah. I like look over and I'm like, oh, okay, Undying Chase, but then I see that also TA2000 is dead. I'm like, wait a minute. How did this happen?
They must have. This was like, I didn't get to see if it was like a double or triple wave, but you only dive like that when you're trying to ensure that they're not getting like a 3x or 4x range creep. So.
Yeah.
Must have been some type of scenario like that. DM's still very, very low on net worth, but a much needed kind of comeback for in there.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to slow down TA2000's game all that much, right? Like, he kind of just resets. He's going to lose a little bit on XP, of course, there, but overall, with the wave being under the enemy tower, they probably didn't lose too many creeps. All right, which mid laner do we think is going to be getting active early? Because I feel like that could make a big difference in some of these side lanes, especially this bottom where you have like pretty immobile off laner of like DM, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably going to be Noob. It's maybe just around the power rune, but they do even have kill threats onto BZM here, because Noob does have coil available. BZM does have raindrop, so a little bit tankier, but yeah. Fiori might have to get denied.
Down. Yeah, he's definitely going to get denied. TA with a collapse.
Does mean that they should be able to secure the rune for BZM, since there isn't that secondary support. OG,
True, that's really
double
big.
checking.
Oh, well,
Noob gets it.
Gets it anyway. Waiting rift right on top. Dude, I feel like there was a game I watched recently where the power rune spawned like over half a second late. And like people were confused because they waited for the rune spawn and it didn't spawn, and then they like used blink or something to go away, and then it ended up spawning.
So I'd have to test it, but I think every time a rune spawns, it's like a server tick extra for it to spawn throughout the entire game. So the later and later it goes, I think they start spawning a little bit slower and slower, if I'm not mistaken, unless they fix that. It's been a bug since the new patch, or the newer patch 7.3.3.
I was like, maybe I was just blind and they were blind, but you never know.
Ooh, do you see what builds we got going here? I've seen this a couple times on the Primal. Let's see if he does commit for it. It's a lot of uncontrollable damage. He's got Blade Mill queued up. That's always been a traditional anti-Razor build, so...
Yeah, and this is a hero that has plenty of HP to make it effective.
Yeah.
And Kaori steals the Wisdom Rune, by the way.
Oh, boy.
So this is pretty rough for Seb. We've seen him almost every single time on this Coddle actually not only dominate the early game, but usually gets the double Wisdom Rune.
Yeah, they usually get one of the Wisdom Runes, but he also usually has stacks, too. So, I mean, he's been kind of playing around the lane. He only has one stack, if I'm not mistaken, right now, so...
Definitely slowing him down. They brought Taiga to here with the CM. This is kind of just giving a free lane to this Primal Beast, though, right? Like, he's held this creep wave at his tower. Razor's forced to jungle. They're trying really hard to shut down TA 2000, but...
He's just jungling.
I was like, I don't think TA minds. She can jungle pretty effectively. I don't know if you want to dive, and I'm dying.
Hey, getting pressed off the tower. Getting pressed out here is...
Go for it.
OG's pressure's pretty nice right here.
They go for the dive onto the Undying. He's probably going to tick down here in just a moment, but he gets the damage. Seb, one more tower shot. Is it enough to finish him off? No, down to 17 HP. Taiga into the trees. They're going to see if they can bring down TA2000 now with Yuragi's rotation. Noob is down here as well, actually managing to get a lot out of this fight. They forced Noob away. His DD was popped, looking for Omar now. He ends up getting level 6. He steals that plasma field. He's got a blood grenade. 4 heroes in pursuit. Can they actually find these kills? It has to come from someone, but Primal Beast doesn't come bottom. He has no TP.
Big dives. I love this pressure play here from OG. And they bring the entire squad. Quest does not want to lose this tower. OG is going to decide to bail out here. A couple of the heroes starting to leave. Wait, DM still lingering. Noob, he's on the hunt for him. You might just be able to find him.
Yeah, if this orb hits, does find him now, drops the coil. I think this is a super worthy kill. Just getting the tail end of the DD there. Noob will take a pretty good amount of harassment here just from Venomancer, but at least finding something, also giving some space back to the lane.
Yeah, and they protect their tower. And they really just wanted to emphasize bringing down the squad there. A good dive, though. I still think that OG makes a really, really nice move going for that. They have Seb with the earn charges, too, so he's able to pump everyone up. Like, look at TA 2000 net worth now. He's actually been massively slowed down after that rotation.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty good. And Coddle picking up a lot of net worth now all of a sudden, sitting almost to his vessel. He's just about 1,000 gold away.
Yep. It's always good on Coddle. So I mentioned it, but the Solar Bind thing, it's super nice to be able to combo. And it's always going to be nice versus this TA. They have a lot of different ways to be able to break this refraction. The CM, the Frostbite instantly pretty much breaks it. Veno, Coddle with this build.
Kaori has gotten level 6 now on his Undying just because, you know, he's basically been the bottom lane hero since a couple minutes ago.
And those 2 Wisdom Runes, of course. OG, though, they have hit level 6 on the 2 supports, too, so not... I mean, after that whole play that they made bottom, they got a lot out of it, so...
Got a ton, yeah.
Yeah.
Very worth it. We're gonna see the pipe the first item from BM. Kaori gonna get dove under the tower here as BZM goes in for the grab. He's gonna drop the tombstone, and that's a lot of mana spent here on. Oh, the coil misses. So close, but in comes Malik. He's looking for DM. He's got the pulverize. Will let it throw, but a ton of magic damage. Back the other way. As they lose that Primal Beast. Now comes Omar trying to do what he can here with the Stolen Venom ult. Doesn't get it done. And 3 for 1. A great trade from OG. The Chakra Magic. The MVP here for BZM.
I look at the numbers again. This is really reminiscent of what we've seen every time I feel like they've played with this Keeper of Light. I feel like it just forces them to rally so much more early. Seb, he's 3-0-3. The Vessel, it is pretty much soon to catch up to the TA's net worth. This is huge. The OG, relentless aggression, and Noob off the mark with the coil, perhaps causing some big issues for his team.
Yeah, if that coil hits, completely different. DM stuck at the tower. Doesn't get the mana refill there from Coddle.
Malik maybe will just kill him instead of getting turned and gone on. So, yep, good moves. OG playing very quick this morning, as we've come to see from them.
And it looks like Malik is gonna go to the blade mail. He's close, 200 gold. We're talking about tons of just uncontrollable damage coming out from OG. We saw that in the last fight. They just let a flurry of spells go out, and
yeah. I mean, let's see how beneficial the Blade Mail is going to be in comparison to him doing more like these team items. Like I said, it's not the usual that you want to do a Primal. I'm not advocating for it by any means, but it just is such a good pipe game that I saw perhaps an argument for it. So,
yeah.
Blade Mail into BKB will be his build. Maybe one of the supports or something will try to go for something like that, or maybe he goes back for it. We'll have to see. But OG, with some good momentum right now. Seb has the Vessel coming.
That's everything they need, and they're looking for Omar mid. Very easy kill there for him, but Coil does come down. They're bringing around here on the BZM. Can Noob do it? He doesn't have his Witchblade quite yet. TA 2000.
He's alive!
Not gonna catch. Oh, man. With the Witchblade, it's a kill, and honestly, those two fights bottom just slowed him down enough.
Yep. End up surviving. I mean, every little thing, right? Just like a Kato, I think an Illuminate, maybe heal, pops him up for a second there. Either way, OG, again. It's like 4 or 5 euros. They're always just having those numbers there for these moves. And he is going the Orchid, so I was hoping that BZM would do this game since there's some limited catch for the puck. He's got the idea.
We might see a rotation bottom here. Or, oop. Gonna bottle up, I guess, get his bottle refill. They have a good ward here scouting this out, so DM's Veno shouldn't really be in any danger. He's got the 4 points in Plague Wards as well, which super annoying to gank into.
West probably have to just slow a little bit down and wait for overextensions from OG rather than fighting them in the open field for now. TA 2000 needs some time, and Malik right now, yes, he can reflect a lot of damage if he gets a clean initiation, but he can just get stopped in his tracks if the Veno's there in most of these fights. And yeah, DM, he is just going to rush that pipe. Yes, there's multiple forms, lots of damage instances, or lots of different types of damage on Quest, but still pretty damn good pipe game.
I really like how Yuragi is just full carry mode. Like, he has been managing to farm super well despite these 2 rotations to the bottom lane that he's made. I think partly because of the Twin Gate, but I really thought his game was going to be slowed down because of the fact that they had to leave Primal just in the lane alone for a while.
Malik.
Oh, they actually get the second Frostbite off, and Malik is in trouble. He drops the Blade Mail. In comes BZM and Yuragi as well. That is a big kill. Dude comes in, does have Coil, drops on a 3, the silence is there. He's looking for help, but who's it going to be? Plasma Field back the other way. That's where Omar with a level 4 Plasma Field doing so much work. Noob taking a ton of damage. They chase him down. Yuragi trying to get the kill here with this Undying. He's falling low to Plasma Field once again. Double kill for the Rubik. They get 4. Finally, Quest finding some openings here.
Omar, you monster.
That is all Omar. Oh, he actually steals the Veno ult, but he's going to take down there the Solar Bind combined with that Vessel. Too good. And Seb's actually not done. He's going to force the 2000 to TP out.
Oh my god. The battle of the 4 positions. They're the true carries. This Kato, honestly, this might get moved up to the first 2 man. I mentioned it pre-game. They moved it up priority, and Seb is doing it again. He did the highest damage on his team in that fight. And now he might go down. Malik, can he actually finish him?
Oh. He needs to get this. Yeah, he needs to get the pulverized. Malik trying to run away here. Has a haste rune, just barely escaping the Razor's clutches. But maybe not the Storm Spirits. He's coming, baby. BZM with the chase. Kaori is here as well. He can try and save him. They will find the hat. They will have the damage. BZM, he is low on resources.
They might
You
get
have
him.
a puck looking to chase you. Oh, Uragi gonna sacrifice himself here, maybe? They have Coil. I felt like they were gonna go here. They have
I
the
think
numbers.
Noob's gonna go. Oh, he looked. I thought so too, because the Deso's being delivered, but I think they're afraid. Okay.
I mean, the Coddle's dead. You got Coil next to your tower. I felt like that was the time.
Well, now he's
BZM's
back
now
up.
got Coddle. He's got his Orchid delivered.
Orchid and a Glimmer on Seb too to protect his buddy. Noob. This Orchid might just catch him off guard.
Oh boy. We'll see Seb there for the moment. Get the initial slow. The Tombstone's going to get dropped here as they're trying to chase back towards this Razor. There's the Coil, but in comes the Silence. They've caught him. He needs help and fast. Glimmer Cape doing some work for the moment, but the test is there and Noob will fall. TA2000 deep in this fight right now, surrounded by
He's
4
dead.
OG. Crush him. It's going to be a CM dying on the backside, but she's managed to slow up Omar. He's going to try and Glimmer TP on out of this. Do they have a Vortex? No, he's gone as well as Kaori. But again, a great fight here from OG. Quest maybe a little bit too hesitant initially.
Maybe. I mean, they initially didn't want to go because I guess the heroes were like respawning, but either way, I mean, OG, they respawn, they bring the numbers again and again and again. We have 31 kills in 16 minutes. It's never stopping. And the relentlessness, and BZM's not going to find an Arcane, so this ain't going to slow down.
That's awesome. I love it. We've had I will say OG and also Secret have been playing very similarly in these early games, right? They just non-stop aggression, great map rotations, and yeah, it ends up with these super high kill games, which is always fun.
Yeah, Quests at the moment are just, they're getting outmaneuvered. And I'm seeing Noobs, a couple of his rotations now, time and time again, they're not working. Another kill, Kaori, he's going to go down. Yeah.
No way he gets out. This Arcane Rune combined with that Orchid, BZM has got the reach. And Taiga, honestly, just setting up, just walking into the enemy jungle, seeing what he can find, and Noob's gonna get caught by the Silence. BZM's running low on mana now.
There's a Vortex in one.
You could turn this if you get help. He's got Coil. He's forced to just Remnant away instead. Okay.
Up top.
Yeah, top though. They use this time to find a kill onto DM, so rather than responding bottom, they will grab themselves a kill onto the offlane Venom.
Yep. Love the itemization so far, though, from OG. We see the Manta Halberd build coming out for Uragi. He's playing versus the TA, so it's always really valuable in that front. And then, yeah, seeing the Orchid build as we see from the Storm Spirit. Excellent versus the Puck. Yeah, no complaints here right now from their side.
Omar just puts a ward on the side and just casts free sync field from the low ground. And like Taga's like, maybe he doesn't see me. We'll see. Like, that was just very funny.
This game really feels, this is the battle of these 4 positions. Who's going to pop off harder, right?
I mean, he steals Frostbite. That's a big one. Level 4 Frostbite on a Rubik is very scary. The catch on this is huge.
Absolutely. That can be a difference maker versus BZM. BZM, again, another power, but I feel like he's been able to find all of them with how active he's able to be on the map because he's just always pumped up from the Coddle. Like, look at OG. 5 heroes again. Wester, they
know
prepared
he's
for this.
coming. They did scout him with the ward. Yori, making it under the tower for now. Uragi's here as well. So they do manage to dodge this gank.
A gem. Look how early it's picked up from Seb. I mean, they're playing versus TA, so they're really looking to control map here. So far, the map movements worked perfectly, so can't blame them.
I feel like it's not the first time we've seen this. Like an early gem pickup due to the TA, right?
Especially because I mentioned it the other day, TA2000, he's the guy that always does, like, Blink, Deso, Shard. Like, almost every single one of the games. And this is a very good Shard game when he's playing versus the Storm Spirit and stuff like that. So if they can clear out those traps pre-fight, they can actually protect versus those multiple silences.
We've also got dual Glimmer Capes coming out, right? So we got one done on Omar. Yori's working on his, and then they had the gem on Draghi, but they took it back.
I guess
back on Seb, but
I guess that was like a temporary gem pass just so he could check traps on that top side so Seb didn't show.
Oh, BZM, there's the Frostbite into the telekinesis. He doesn't even need it. Oh my goodness. The amp damage from the Undying, and you said it could be the factor in finding the storm, and it turns out it is.
Just a spell like that. Now he's got a blink. A huge kill. TA2000 during this downtime of like 2 minutes also has been farming like an absolute beast. Level 16 blink, 2 Deso stacks, nearly has the shard. And Roche is actually shifting toward bottom. They're making their way down here. They've got Tombstone. They might be able to look to force this Roche with that kill.
They need to be very careful of this Rubik Like, he can just frostbite them from so far away. He picked up an Eye of Vizier, and now with a Blink Dagger.
Oof.
Like, the reach on this Rubik now is pretty scary.
Oh, absolutely. I saw that he was going for Kaya Sanj in the Storm. BZM switches it for now to BKB, perhaps just because there is going to be that extra control. Still is going to have to worry about Pulverize, of course, even if he does go down the BKB route. But Quest
Good moves from OG.
gonna dodge them.
Find Omar here, potentially to smoke it instantly. Popped as in comes the Storm. They've got the vision thanks to them. The double Glimmer Cape's not doing work because they're looking for the puck on the backside. Omar gets away with the ball lightning.
How?
Puck? Noob? Does he survive? No, he gets the coil. The Tombstone doing a little bit of work here. I mean, the fact that he survives is wild. Now they're looking for Storm. He's silenced. And Malik going, he needs to pulverize. He doesn't have the vision. Oh, the Glimmer Cape going back the other way, doing some work here. Malik, like you said, has the BKB available, and TA2000 up onto the high ground. They're looking for the turnaround time, but where is it going to be? They need help. Rubik, Omar, he's coming close. Malik with that onslaught away. They find TA2000, an even better pick, and he just gets evaporated. Omar now forced the ball lightning away. Malik, though, in trouble still as OG are diving the base. As 5, and it pays off big.
And they're still full health. Seb just blasting them time and time again. TA2000 died in a fraction of a second. He solar binded and just hit by all of the magic damage. He literally just evaporated. Desperately needs that BKB. And OG, dude, another big chase, and they get a massive amount of kills here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love just now with that kill, BZM feels comfortable to be like, okay, I can actually stall out that BKB. This is like that, you know, you feel very confident after you get a good team fight win. You can go back for the Kaya Sanj. And I think what DM, he actually has a full Aghanims already finished up.
This is one of the most confusing Ags in the game right now. It is just so weird.
Why?
It's just like this passive that triggers based off of Venomous Gale and Heroes Dying. I don't know. It just seems like a weird interaction. But
yeah.
It's good, I guess. It's just very bizarre.
It's kind of like mixed in a way of like the old end where you used to just run in and suicide with Poison Over and then just that was it. Like that was your team fight. Now it's like you literally suicide for Poison Over and it's good.
Yeah.
And OG's actually the ones to be making the move to the Roche first. I mean, after those kills they got, this is massive. Denying it away from the TA on Dying Grab. Huge move for OG.
All right. I mean, this is great. Aegis on Storm Spirit. He's got the Kaya Sanj done. He's going to have plenty of time here. And survivability, obviously, before he needs to get that BKB. So this first Aegis is going to get put to incredible use. 4K gold lead for OG now. First kind of real lead of the game, honestly. It has been kind of neck and neck for a while.
Yeah, I got to 4K for a little bit before, but then, yeah, the quest slowed down, got some time to farm for TA2000, but OG now can put a lot of pressure. Like, Noob, his game is difficult. You see what he's queuing BKB. He's feeling like he absolutely needs it because of this Storm having this Orchid so early on.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely going to cause him issues of scaling overall, because this is just, it's very defensive that you have to be forced to go down this route rather than your usual Kaya Sanjas and stuff.
Yeah. Like, Yules is like the one defensive item that usually you're like, okay, I'll build a Yules on Puck, I guess. But yeah, he just actually has to get a BKB.
Hey, that was a long time ago we used to see that. I feel like it's been days now. People just BKB or A on disc nowadays versus this. Or Kaya Sanj. Malik.
Yeah, caught him in the mid lane. He does have the BKB to play with. He might just be trying to bait it.
He waited way too long.
I was like, bruh. I thought like he was trying to stall out for his team, maybe, but that is such a costly death. You don't have buyback.
They do not. No G, they're all around the area looking for another pick off here.
Maybe just the thought that like if he pops BKB, he can't do anything in the next fight anyway. Like I'm not really sure, but this is a green light here for OG to just start knocking on the bottom tier 3.
They can just stay full HP too. Seb's just blasting them back up to full.
Macro protection will slow for the moment, but the creep wave, it's on the way. As Quests are just cutting waves, like they're just pushing the mid and top, trying to avoid this, right?
I mean, Malik has no BKB when he respawns, so this defense bottom, it's pretty difficult for them.
And that's the tier 3 done. They'll have a second round of fortifications here, but they are seemingly... Wait, Noob's cut the bottom wave.
Yeah, they're glyphing to try to hold it.
Yeah.
It should kick back in.
Yeah. Well done by Noob. Good patience here from Quest, not panicking. They get a lot, actually, out of top and mid here for both, you know, Theory and TA2000 that were split pushing.
Yeah, the important thing is TA2000 just finishes BKB during all that time. Level 19, so still, I mean, super high level, super high farm. Actually, the highest level by a significant margin still in the game, so can't count them out at all just yet.
Radiant's bottom barracks.
See, Omar's been the X factor in a lot of these games. Now it goes in, he gets the pulverize right onto the Storm Spirit BZM. They get the Aegis. A freezing field comes out. Omar, he's looking for a seal potentially. His TA2000 just takes down DM on the backside. He's going to be forced to TP on out though as the Razor is there. The coil's catching too. Can Malik finish him off? BZM gets out.
Stolen
freezing field. Trouble. The stolen freezing field doing work. BZM into cancel. This Tombstone is doing some heavy lifting right now though, but it's not enough. Malik will die. 3 are dead. Noob looking for Seb, but the Glimmer Cape's going to protect them.
Noob could be dead now.
Wait a minute. Noob is in a lot of trouble. He's got... Oh, he gets the silence off from BZM. He's got a phase shift, but the damage from that soul burn will be enough. 5 heroes, or I guess 4, as TA2000 did TP out, but a big win here for OG once again.
A sick fight for them. TA2000 back up with the haste though, might be able to find a snipe kill. He's looking for Seb. He might actually be able to find him.
He's got Glimmer. Oh, he's looking for the
He glimmered
side
a
lane.
creep.
Oh, baby, he got him.
He glimmered a creep.
Wait, did he actually? Is that what happened? Oh no. You know, sometimes you just accidentally misclick. You know what?
Hey, do you see how much gold he just gets from that kill? Holy crap, 728. All right. Well, that last fight, TA2000, he disintegrated DM and then actually had to immediately port out of the fight. So right after that, that fight actually looked really complicated for Quest. Noob re-going in at the end there, he kind of killed himself. Noob is having a difficult game this time. He's really feeling that pressure of the Storm Spirit and everyone just focusing onto him.
2, 4, and 5, dude. That is just not what we've seen out of Puck's, right? For the most part, the tournament Puck has been a super dominant hero.
TA2000 though, he is level 21 after getting those 2 solo kills back to back. Another 2 levels increase for him, and he's got the pike now, so a way to disengage versus the static link.
That's a quiver, dude. That burst damage adds up. I mean, maybe they find BZM here again. He's glimmering up onto the high ground. The ward. Ooh. A little bit of vision here, but they don't see the Storm Spirit. Uh-oh.
Whoop,
whoop. Oh, he finds a courier. Okay, so that's going to tell him a little bit about where they are. They will back to the other side. BZM grabbing his Wisdom Rune.
TA2000 still very farmed, but it's not an easy game for the TA to solo carry. This Puck and this Primal Beast having this rough of a game, they can just put a lot of attention onto TA, and they've itemized for it, right? Looking at a Halberd on a Razor, a Halberd on a Coddle, a Suna Halberd on the Venomancer, so now at this point they're all just itemizing to deal with this TA. Even though she is so big, it's difficult. Quest not out of it by any means, but definitely difficult for TA2000 when he's just going to have all the attention thrown onto him.
The other thing too that's just like super important is the fact that they've never tossed this gem back the other way. They've had this gem for so long, and it's just paid off so much. Like they're able to control so much of the map. It's super hard for Quest to actually get any vision out at this point.
Yeah, and it's hard for them to have like multiple traps in a team fight pretty much ever, right? Like a lot of times when you have this TA with the shard, it can be like three shards in a fight that just cripples you, but yeah, it's been really clever. And just Yuragi, good itemization. He Satanic now after his Manta Halberd. All about that survivability.
Yori's going to walk here in Taiga, centered up on the high ground, but there's going to be the Tombstone in response, but a quick burst damage there. Even committing the freezing field, that will just take down the Undying, the Tombstone bounty as well.
Tormentor, I believe, was taken though. So TA2000, he just took it. He just snuck it while all that was happening.
And it goes to the Undying. So the... I like the idea that you came up in terms of the call. I am sticking with Entomb. That is the best name for it.
Oh man, and I thought I saw a couple other ones that some people had suggested. There are some pretty cool names, but either way, Tombstone in this game, the grab ally, whatever you want it doesn't exist anymore. But throwing it on people definitely can be a pretty big save since they are looking to commit with a vortex on a lot of heroes. If they vortex pull and try to kill Noob right away, if Kaori's in place, could get that extra bit of save.
is so fat. On his way to a Shiva's Guard is his next item as well.
I like it.
Seb getting a Yule's. I mean, it's just Seb's itemization is so sick because his Glimmer Cape, you're never going to be able to really keep vision of the Coddle. He's always going to be pretty safe in the backs of these fights, and Noob as well as TA2000 just won't have detection. And now he has the Yules just in case as well. So it's like he has so much that he can use to like buy time.
He switched to Hex. I actually was going to say I don't really like if he goes Yules, unless he's going Wind Waker or something, but I think Hex, you're playing versus the puck. The cast range you get from these type of things are just so damn useful, right? Like from his ult, if he does get a Hex, but either way on Halberd and Glimmer is amazing.
Yeah. Stupendous. Smoke in the mid lane. We're going to see Quest see if they can find themselves their first pick up in a while. But
I mean, if Storm shows BZM, this could be the grab.
Oh my goodness.
Woo! And with that, immediately, OG's going to ping bottom.
Yeah. That would have been absolutely massive. You need the telekinesis, right, to start that, and it just barely missed in time. And because they're on the high ground, knocking on your door, you've got to TP back pretty much everyone. In comes Primal Beast. They grab Uragi. Not a bad way to start the fight, but then they finish him off. He pops a Satanic. He's actually losing all of his health, but Noob
he's healed.
Falling low as well. There's the heal. He's back in it, baby. Malik low. He's gone. Noob on the run. He's got a blink and one might be able to survive, but the blast from Seb catches him. Double buybacks coming through as all of OG is still alive. EKBs are spent. Omar's looking for the catcher. We'll find DM. Does have these Crystal Novas trying to get away. BZM is out of mana, but Kaori just getting chased down here by Uri. Has to get back into the base. Waiting rips up onto the high ground. He's going to be fine, but dude, Seb is just absolutely doing so much work on this Coddle.
There's too much heals, too much sustain. TA2000 also just can't hit targets. He's getting like triple halberded and everything in these fights, and this was a great heal, and I believe it was a greater healing Lotus that they just had picked up from Seb.
Yeah.
That got literally just grabbed that.
Force feeds his Razor some health and mana. He's like, you cannot die, sir.
Yeah, and it is a max duration Roche respawn, so OG won't get lucky off of that one there, but a big fight. Seb, he actually has the ulti orb now just after that fight.
They have vision of TA2000 right now, and he does not have his beacon. Everyone is coming to the top lane right now. He's got to be very careful. He is definitely surrounded. Glimmer Cape comes out with Uragi. There's no chance of escape. 5 heroes in response.
And the trap is set. It's literally 5 on top of him.
Yep. Absolutely beautiful rotation there from OG. This has just been their play from the beginning of this game, right? They just bring the numbers every time.
They're so active, and I think it is, it's obviously, I was saying Seb's Coddle, but even, the CM mana aura and everything too. Like, everyone is either full health or has mana to always have presence on the map. I think it's causing Quest just too many issues. Lanes are always being shoved in, and OG just has numbers, and everybody's just always healthy to be able to fight constantly.
And yeah, they look very good. New back to lane cutting here on this puck. He does have his BKB and a shield rune. He's pretty safe for the moment. As long as he has that BKB available, he shouldn't really die. So it's kind of his job here to stall things out until this TA comes back up. And I mean, the saving grace for them is the fact that this is such a long Roche. They are wasting a lot of time on OG.
Yeah, they should be able to get it, though. Manta's already popped up. They'll spawn in a second. Should be able to grab it. They're actually moving away as it respawns. Slightly unfortunate, but they'll make their way back over.
I mean, it's going to move to Dire side here in 1 minute. They should have the damage to kill it if they they get back here quick enough. Yeah,
they do. With the amps as well, too. Just Orc gonna should have more than enough. And for Quest, fighting in that area, probably a bit too complicated. Still TA, not up. It's still, I'm struggling to see how the Templar Assassin, unless somehow she's able to get covered and they get rid of some of these halberd heroes, she just get hit. She can't actually stand her ground and hit in an open field. The best situation that happened in the last fight was the fact that they were in their base, and even then they couldn't really clean up anybody.
Yeah, if they had gotten that kill onto Uragi to start the fight, totally different. But they expended every BKB to go for it, and it didn't work. So
yeah,
maybe you've got to like readdress and consider going for Seb's Coddle, but again, he's got Halberd, he's got Glimmer Cape. This Coddle's sitting on almost 2,500 HP.
Yeah, he is absurdly tanky. He's higher level than DM too at this point. He's actually, okay, I was gonna say almost tankier than DM. It's pretty close, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, DM
It's
also super
tough.
tanky.
It's tough to address the backline. Malik, having such a rough game this time around in the Primal Beast, it's caused quite a bit of issues. Zoji back to bottom with a fresh Aegis, and a soon fresh AC, I believe, on Yuragi, too, so more itemization to just cripple TA's potential.
Yeah, he's super close, just about 400 gold away, and DM just being super annoying with these Plague Wards, just trying to just drop them deep into the base for some vision, as Omar is doing his best to clean up these waves. They don't actually have tier 2s mid or top, so this is just one lane of barracks, as they have to address their waves now. So Quest, obviously rough losing the barracks, but I don't think they're too upset.
They played the eco game instead, right?
Yeah.
You see the net worth actually changed, like what, about 2,000 or maybe 1.1k. DM.
They're looking for Seb as well. Can they actually get him? The Silence Bells come out. The Halberd is there, but he's got the BKB already used. They get the Veno. The CM's back on the other side of the map, and Seb is falling low and fast. Can he finish him off in time? He does. TA2000 needs to get out for the chases here. They've got the detection gem on BZM, so it's a costly set of kills. Kaori TP's out. You actually only lose TA2000 for 3.
Aye, that's pretty damn good. The split push of the lanes work. They catch people all over the place on OG. This time they set the trap. I think it was double melts. Yeah, really nice.
Yeah, double melds plus the enchanted quiver. Doesn't get the halberd off fast enough. I love just instant BKB. Don't risk it.
Yeah, just prevent those halberds so you can commit for these kills. Yeah, nicely done.
That's a huge gold swing, I think, overall. Like,
yeah.
They needed that really bad.
About a 3k swing with the way that they split up the map. Hey, smart moves. Rather than reacting and being like, hey, we're going to defend our racks, they end up getting something pretty good out of it. Not the gem, though, right? I believe.
Not the gem.
No,
that's the big problem. They need to get this thing. There's a
Yep.
Hex now done on your BZM Storm.
Yep. He continues to just be a big problem. I mean, him and Yuragi, they're having pretty flawless games. 12-2-8 on one, and then 12-2-16 on the other.
Jeez.
DM is the sacrificial lamb, 1-5-21, the standard for a Veno. All about him just running in and dying for his boys. Omar.
Woo. It's the blink.
Oh.
He's going to get found for the moment. Does have a glimmer in a second, but with BZM here, not likely to get out. There's the Hex. And a quick couple auto attacks. They find themselves a very nice kills. This Rubik has been super strong in these fights. Malik, they're pinging him. He's cutting another wave. Okay, no, they're not heading to him. They're going to take all the portals to the top lane instead.
They're playing to catch Noob. They're seeing the way that Quest is playing around the map. Quest is literally just cutting waves. They're not letting them actually make it to these. He's even dropping Tombstone to push the waves. If you look at mid, he actually dropped that one to kill that creep wave also. So they're doing anything they can to just stall and push these stuff out to buy for their next item timings. Noob now has a Hex.
I was going to say, how do you feel about this Hex?
Very good. I mean, you need extra disable for the Storm.
Okay.
I feel like that's really nice, actually. Because then TA2000, if he is starting to ramp up to some absurd damage numbers. He's 25 now, too. You might be able to just burst him, and he finds a Mindbreaker.
That's a good one. That's a very good one. All right, they will finally get a second tier 2 here on the side of OG. They've been needing one of these for a bit to try and continue this push.
Yeah, time to
go high ground.
They're like, we got to stop them from just trying to split off. They do have 2 creep waves, I believe, coming in, so they have some good amount of time to be able to push here.
A minute left on this Aegis. Like, Yuragi wants to put this to use, so we'll see if Quest decides to try and fight this one.
Spell Prism picked up on Seb in the last few moments, so more and more blasts as well to heal.
And 2000.
Seb's also 20 now, so Spirit Form, it's got that only like 20-second downtime or something.
Yeah, absolutely huge.
Creep Wave has been cut, though, so Malik, I mean, we said they only have 2 Creep Waves, and BZM, is he actually going to find him? He does.
He's going to find him. He could BKB, but I don't think it really matters all that much. Gets the disarm for the moment. The team from Quest, they're going to smoke towards their Primal. They want to offer some help. He gets the blink out. Malik actually surviving. He needs to onslaught away, but he might just walk right into the rest of OG. Taiga's found him.
His team's
He's
coming,
still
though.
got the BKB, though. Aegis expires. This could be everything Quest is looking for. They jump in on Taiga, but the disarm is there. He still has a BKB, and he finally will use it. In comes the rest of the Quest lineup. Malik falling incredibly low. TA2000 laying into Yuragi. The coil is out. They're going to be able to chase down the Primal Beast, and they finally get him. And they're going to lose the Undying as well. Noob, like orbs away. Seb, he doesn't want to be done chasing. He is looking for more. TA2000, he has a BKB. The Silver Edge is there. Doesn't connect onto the solar bind quite yet.
He's trying to force the BKB at the least.
Yeah.
Oh, but loses vision. He doesn't have that gem. BZM does. He's out of mana.
He's going to cut the mid wave again.
Quest, they try to go for a fight, but they quickly realize they're just too tanky. Even BZM, they get the Hex initiation on him, and they're like, oh god, TA2000 actually can't get through this Razor. Yuragi just continues to be too strong for them to get through.
He's got Trickster's Cloak, AC, Satanic Halberd. Like, without an MKB, you actually are just going to miss a lot.
Yes.
The Blink Hex opening here on the Yuragi, but he is out. Telekinesis holding back. He has no BKB. The Disarm is there. The Satanic not going to come through. Can they actually bring him down this time? He's going to try and heal himself back up. There it is. The Satanic doing some work.
TA2000's gone.
TA2000 is dead on the backside, all alone there.
GG.
And the GG comes out. No buyback here on the TA this time, and this one is over. OG will take game number 1.
That was sick, and I'm going to say it right now. I think you banned this Coddle maybe first 2 versus OG. Yeah, because, I don't know, this was crazy. This was pretty absurd stuff, how much they're able to pressure the whole map, and yeah, they really did just dominate pretty much like the way that they were pressuring, right? It's 40 kills in 41 minutes from the side of OG. The 2 cores, the 2 main ones, Yuragi and BZM pop off 14-2 and 16-2 respectively. Damn, that was sick.
Yeah, absolutely such a sick game. There was a little bit of, I would say, a little bit of like problematic BKB usage from Quest sometimes. Like, they go to initiate maybe without their BKBs. Like in this last fight, you know, both TA2000 and Malik were a little bit slow on them. They get the Halberd off. They get the CC onto the Primal Beast before, you know, immediately like following his Pulverize. So it's like, I think Quest just felt the pressure, right, from OG.
Yeah, I think OG, they played really well and they itemized really well. And that just caused a lot of issues for Quest to just find ways to be able to take these fights. They shut down Malik super hard in this game, where he's just kind of recovering. I think the Blade Mail did not end up doing pretty much anything, unfortunately, for him. They shut down Noob with the itemization of the Orchid on BZM, and then they super itemized for the TA. Triple Halberds, Shivas, all this armor and stuff like that. It was, honestly, like, pretty damn clean, and it's very, very kill-hungry, too. Like, at this point, it's 28 kills, 16 minutes in the map, and Quest trying to fight back, but those again, most of the situations, the fights just almost never went in their favor.
Yeah, I mean, OG averaged a kill a minute this game. It's actually so nuts how fast they played. And just, like you said, how aggressive they played. And they actually connect on almost every single rotation. There was only, like, maybe one or two that were actually dodged out by Quest. But even when they're split pushing, trying to, like, survive on the outskirts of the map, it's like you're losing something elsewhere most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, Omar, he tried his damnedest as this Rubik, of course,
he
in the
played
game,
so
but
good.
This just got difficult. Like, OG, they played super well. I think there's going to have to be, I really do think this Coddle's probably got to go. Maybe you just remove, like, Coddle Enigma or something like that, then they get Io. It's something you're going to have to discuss with your team, because I accept this is definitely by far his best hero. It's not just about what he's doing, it's about how much he opens up for his team, so yeah, we'll see.
It's kind of like a flashback to the Seb Windranger moment, right? From that tournament where, like, everyone was just like, why is this hero owning? Like, we don't understand. This hero sucks, but Seb was just making it look really good.
Yeah.
And it's just the same thing again, but this time it's Coddle.
Yeah, utmost comfort. And somehow, every game, I feel like he has like a 10 to 12 minute Spirit Vessel. So it does cause some big issues, as we see the Spirit Form plus Solar Bind. I think TA2000 in 3 fights didn't even realize what happened to his hero. He just died instantly because of the Magic Amp.
Oh my god. Yeah, it really got out of control there. Yeah, I mean, just super sick game. I mean, the damage numbers tell kind of the story, right, of a team that just was on the back foot the whole time. TA2000 definitely the highest damage on his team, but it's not much. He barely out-damaged the like, Keeper of the Light, you know? So not an easy game.
And look at the heals from the Keeper of the Light, too. Like, Seb, 16,000 healing done. So he caused a ton of problems. So I think that's probably going to be the likely one that I look at. But I think OG, you know, this Razor pick, really clever. They made it work earlier today. Pretty much the same draft they used earlier today versus Spirit, besides the Veno substituted for the Beastmaster. And they made it look amazing again.
Yeah, you get the Veno into the TA lane. Kind of slowed down Kaori as well. I loved it. This was just a really cool draft from OG. We'll see what Quest do. I mean, they're going to have to go back to the drawing board here, maybe give some respect to this draft specifically. But we're going to go to a short break, everyone. We'll be back with game number 2 of Quest versus OG here on the Riyadh Masters. We'll see y'all after the break.
Progress is a race that has no end. After every finish line, another challenge awaits. How can we continue to push innovation in a sport at the forefront of technology? This is how. Discover how Aramco and the Aston Martin Formula One team aim to meet Formula One's sustainable fuel targets. Aramco, powered by How.
الحياة لحن، ولأننا جزء من مقطوعة عظيمة تحركنا، تلمسنا، تصنع من لحظاتنا ذكريات بديعة. لأن الوجبة، التجربة، المغامرة، حياتك بعد جديد في هيلتون الرياض.
All new Honor Magic 5 Pro. Freeze even fleeting emotions in just milliseconds. Take marvelous night shots with lightning-fast exposure. The display reveals more details in bright areas with an astonishingly long battery life that just keeps going. The latest flagship chipset brings you exceptional performance. Unleash the power of magic. Honor Magic 5 Pro.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Riyadh Masters. Hope y'all enjoy those little short breaks we give you between games. We try to make good use of them ourselves as we're getting ready to go into game number 2 of Quest versus OG. And I don't know, man. OG looked pretty sick.
Ban Coddle. That's all I'm going to say, man. Got to ban Coddle from this team. Seb is just way too comfy. I think it just makes them look so much better. I think they're just looking super active. There's something definitely about them having these early good laning phases and then kind of snowballing that I've seen at least. And man, a lot of these teams that I didn't expect to look this like convincing in a lot of these games, especially versus like Quests and the BBs and stuff like that. I'm primarily talking about Secret and OG right now, but
Yeah.
it's definitely great to see that they're getting their footing going here. And I'm glad to see even, I wouldn't say like full experimentation at this point, but people reaching out to newer heroes and stuff like that. We've seen quite a bit of Razor have a lot of success now.
Dude, and I love Razor. I think he fits like a really cool part in Dota. Like, right, he's not like your standard carries, right? He's kind of always been that like pseudo anti-carry type of thing, and I feel like those heroes kind of fell off for a bit, and I'm glad that we're seeing some of them come back. So I like it a lot.
I hate Razor. When Razor's popular, it's so toxic for support players, man. But yeah, I know. No, I mean, it's cool to see. And his win rate's insane right now. Actually, I had to how high it was because I feel like I've seen it win right. 16 games, 68.75. So
that's pretty good. It's a high win rate. Yeah,
pretty damn good.
I'd imagine Coddle's probably very similar since it's just OG picking this hero and it keeps winning.
There's a lot.
Right?
I mean, it is starting. Like, a lot of people are starting to pick. Like Aster, they love this hero too. It's got crazy. This is 30 games, 66%. So yeah. I think
there's some big winning heroes here.
Yeah, and I think that's why sometimes like these patches and everything, you see some of these heroes get nerfed, like these techies and whatnot. The hero falls off a cliff. Like Kato got small nerfs, and then I feel like he got forgotten. I swear, I was playing this hero, and I was watching this hero in like high pubs, and I'm like, damn, this hero still looks great. You enable so many core picks, so yeah, I'm glad to see it getting a lot of love here. Maybe we'll just get it. Not going to get to see it get a lot of love here. It's probably going to get first phase banned, but
gotta do it, man. There's no way you don't.
Or do they just steal it, right? Do you just take it somehow or something? Because are they going to overall first pick it? Let's see. Let's see. This is the test. Do they Enigma Io or Enigma Coddle?
Okay. They leave the Coddle. I mean, having second pick means the question of do they really value it to overall first
True.
Pick?
Yeah, because then also like even second, like picking at 18 is not the most, not most lovely. They just go Darkseer, and they've run Darkseer Coddle together.
Darkseer Coddle. I was like, they're gonna Coddle on 8 if you don't deal with it. So you have to pick a lane here that can address this Darkseer. Probably plus Coddle, but then it's like if you all in to address the Coddle, then you might have a bad lane. So do you just try and steal it? Like, I don't know, man.
5 seconds remaining.
Let's see. You just Coddle Storm.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, just take it away. I kind of like that.
Just put it out there, right? And you don't show your safe lane or anything. Darkseer's just kind of a Darkseer. You can deal with him later on. Doesn't sound like the most quest kind of thing, but what am I questing?
I'm really trying to figure out what they want on this opener.
Yeah. Where the hell did
I don't know if you can keep giving OG comfort, man. That's the big problem. Like,
agreed.
They go for the Rubik. They actually go back for Omar's Rubik, which looked amazing last game. I don't want to like discredit how good his Rubik was.
I think they should always. Honestly, I've been watching Uridu like since Omar has been playing with them with Rubik. I think you should. This guy's like one of the better Rubiks. I actually love his Rubik, so I'm fine with that. And they're okay. So
this
moving
is
up priority. Cool. This is cool. Neat.
Coddle. I feel like it's gonna happen.
You turn and ask Seb. You go, do we just do it? Because they're gonna ban it.
10 seconds remaining.
Or do they have anything else that they prioritize? Now that there's
maybe Oracle's good enough into the Coddle because you can remove Solar Bind. You have magic resistance. It's the only form of true magic resist.
Yeah, exactly.
So maybe this is the way of addressing the Coddle. I actually kind of like that potentially. Maybe they're like you give them the Coddle and you just see how it goes. Try and bait them potentially.
Potentially.
And then maybe lose anyway and be like, all right, yeah, we have to ban this hero.
Interesting though to see how they get like the Rubik Oracle kind of thing, just because this Darkseer. The Rubik just because it's Omar, and then the Oracle just a counter, and maybe protect versus some further stuff. Yes. Let's see, OG. It's definitely the discussion right now. His Seb may be also looking at, and he's like, his two main heroes right now versus Oracle is not the best, right? It's the ET and the Coddle. He could be looking something different. Maybe they just pick like that Darkseer or something, or Clockwork, sorry. But they'll actually just move the Razor up. Cool.
Okay.
It's one of the best to deal with Oracle because you're mixed damage. You have physical, you have magical, you do tons of different things, so you can't really protect too well versus the Razor. No way to, the Link is just gonna still continuously stick even through False Promise and all that, so.
10 seconds remaining.
And they look great on it, and the hero is on the rise. It does give Rubik pretty good spell steal. I think we saw a couple times there. Omar with Plasma Field almost turned the fights but
Yeah, I mean the top one, right, where he literally did the most damage by a landslide. It was like the one fight that Quest finally won. But yeah, we'll see
there's
if he
the
can make it
coddle.
work again.
See you later. Yeah, if you're not gonna take it, it's gonna get removed. So that's gone. They're gonna ban their Bloodseeker to protect this Darkseer.
And Razor, right? Those are both bad matchups for the Bloodseeker.
True.
Like Razor just stands there, just watching his Eye of the Storm tick away. But yeah, I'm curious what you want to pick on Quest now. I mean, the Faceless Void, obviously pretty decent. We've seen it struggle in lane a little bit against the Darkseer. Ends up going like Midas most of the time. Decent matchups into the Razor. It's again not a bad anti-mage game, just on the cores.
Very true. They're gonna get rid of it though.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. I was like, depending on what OG wants to pick, like it's still a pretty good AM game.
I was wondering if they were gonna ban it. I was kind of like looking at the last game bans and thinking about it. Naga's probably the other one. Naga's pretty annoying. It's not like this traditional Oracle kind of combo though.
5 seconds remaining.
Could be something you just don't want to play with even if you have Darkseer, but we'll see.
The other one is
They'll be the one.
Morph, right? Oh,
They'll be
banned
the
it.
one to ban it. Yeah, Morph's the other one.
Wait, they banned the Naga. Are they anticipating like Razor mid?
I mean, I guess it's flexible. Razor used to be like the Amar offlane thing too, so I guess it can.
Yeah.
It still can technically be in 3 positions. So, and yeah, there's the Morph. A good call.
We saw Liquid run Razor between safe lane, off lane like multiple times this tournament. But I saw the Darkseer, I was like, okay, so it's probably the 1-3, but
That's what I would think as well too.
yeah. So it's a little bit weird. I've never seen either of these heroes in the mid lane, at least recently. But we'll see. Well, we still have a lot to find out in the draft. We do see the Undying ban come out last year.
10 seconds
Maybe
remaining.
there was like some combo of like Disruptor, Darkseer, Naga, Siren stuff that they're like a little bit worried about. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Then maybe they feel like they're, because of the 2 supports literally doing nothing to illusions. They're like, okay, let's just not put ourselves in a risk of a Naga coming out, and then we have weird answers to it. I don't
That
know.
makes sense.
Something like, I don't know. Maybe grasping out there, but what do they want here versus this? Because the 2 main ones are gone.
OG's turn to pick.
Yeah, we'll just go for the Void.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a great hero matchup into the Razor. It just comes down to whether or not you can survive the lane. I think with Oracle, it's probably fine. It just depends on the floor, though, right?
Yeah, I think that the only reason that I like this, like yesterday we saw BB try this versus the Darkseer, and it looked, honestly, it looked really, really sad. They got kind of smashed in the lane completely. So I think because the Oracle, it just helps versus that Darkseer so much. So I'm pretty alright with it then.
OG's turn to pick. Riki.
Oh my goodness!
My boy, let's go.
You got what you wanted. And
I've been
you know
saying, I was
what?
like, I just want the hero once, you know?
And you know what? The Cloud versus the Cloud and the Scouting. That's the main thing this is going to be providing, right? So Silence versus the Void, and then the Silence plus just the Vision to be able to go for an Oracle. It's a risky pick, though.
Very
risky. It's a risky pick, and it's a risky pick, but...
Okay, they're just
Wait,
pulling out a whole bunch of weird things here. That's a DM here, like combo lane, right? I feel like that's got to be Venge Darkseer.
Wait, what is going... Venge versus the Void, so then they've got Save versus Chrono and stuff like that to protect the Razor when he gets caught. The lane just... Okay, this is interesting.
OG
Unsure if
really
it's
like
good.
picking blue heroes, I will say. They have this
This
is
is
2
true.
games in a row. 4 blue heroes. Maybe
Quest-
there's something we're reading into.
Quest snap picked this Lycan with no hesitation.
It's a very good Lycan game, right? Like
Yeah.
you
No
have
link,
0
no
heroes to
catch.
deal with this.
Yeah. Heroes don't deal with the summons at all either.
This is-
Darkseer can get the illusion or get the benefits of at least the auras and stuff like
True.
that. Small thing, but yeah, this is definitely really, really nice for this Lycan.
So I was gonna ask, do you think we're seeing a Riki Venge support duo? Because it could be Riki
I think
Darkseer in
so.
the lane, which gives you at least a melee hero to play around. But if that's your support duo, this Lycan has a field day with the rest of your team.
I mean, that's literally what it looks like. I don't know unless they still do put the Razor maybe in the mid lane if they see some type of thing. But right now they see the Razor versus Lycan, which I'm sure they're like, okay, yeah, sure, the Wolves are a little annoying for Razor and stuff like that in the early game, but he's gonna get full links because Lycan just doesn't have boots. So he's always gonna be able to get a full link. Rubik's gonna have to like throw him away every single time. So I imagine they're just gonna keep the Razor up there and then pick something else for mid.
I mean, I'm just at this point I don't even care what happens. I get to see a Ricky game. Like, this is just so cool.
A Ricky and a Venge. Now I actually have to look. Did either of these heroes get picked yet?
Venge has been picked. I've seen Venge get picked at least once. I don't know if Ricky has been picked. Maybe he got picked in the groups or in the play-ins.
Did we see any core Venge?
Venge has been picked twice, and it has lost twice.
Was it any core Venge? Because this could be a Yuragi. This could be a carry Venge and a Razor mid or some weird kind of stuff still. This is still...
This is the first Ricky game. He is completely unpicked.
Okay.
I don't even think he's been banned. He's not even been banned. He has been unpicked and unbanned.
Okay. I think this might be... I think this is... I don't know. This might be carry Venge. I'm not sure. This looks strange.
Dude, I will say Ricky as a carry in this game actually isn't that bad.
Did you actually just say Ricky isn't a bad carry?
I mean, in this game, right? If you manage to get like to an early defusal timing, it's pretty solid. But like,
sure, yeah.
Then you're committing to having like a literal. You have to like win the game in 25 minutes or you lose. So I don't know.
You have some Razor mid Darkseer off lane.
Yeah.
Sounds a little strange. Go for Al. All right. Whoa. Okay, so now they have the Alcalast pick.
Yeah.
So that's the carry, obviously, and then. So we have a decent amount of minus armor, actually. Acid Spray, Venge, Wave of Terror, and Ricky's Shard still gives, what, -5? 6?
It was 7. I think it was nerfed to 6. Or it was nerfed to 5. Let me see.
It was
nerfed to 5, yeah. So 7 to 5.
And you cannot target the allies, right? When you're covered
nothing.
by
Force Staff, Oracle's Kit, nothing.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's actually pretty cool. If you're going for, like, a Shard timing fight, with this Ricky versus Oracle, you just completely focus fire the target that's getting gone on, and Oracle can't save. There's some cool stuff here. I'm unsure if it's good, but it's cool.
Yeah, that's the big question, man. We'll see what happens. Quest last pick here for their mid lane. You just got to pick something that dumps in damage to this Chrono. I feel that also plays quick, like with this Lycan, right? Because you don't want to have just 2 heroes farming while this Alchemist comes online.
And what noob heroes are left? A lot of them are taken out. That's just I'm starting to struggle to be able to find his overall what is left for him. Oh, okay.
That is one for sure. That is so good.
SF Venge, Tiger Ricky, BZM Razor. I think they probably expected that Razor mid, so they have DP versus it. Ooh.
Isn't Death Prophet like relatively fast now? Didn't she get movement speed buffs?
Pretty sure, yeah. I think she
she's still 285. Okay.
She got nerfed back. Remember, she got like the crazy ones and then got pushed all the way back down. But you get innate movement speed just from him skilling your ult, right?
Yeah, you get the passive at 6. Yeah.
So, but in lane, you know, if you do get linked up and stuff like that, it could be annoying. Of course, you still can get last hits and everything too with your Crypt Swarm and decent amount of harass, and you have range advantage. But, whew.
It's going to be a fun game. This is going to be a very fun game. I'm excited. I can't wait to see how this plays out. I like Quest's lineup. I think more. I think it's a lot less risky. It seems pretty straightforward. But OG, dude, with how fast that they've been playing their games, with how aggressive they have been playing their games, if Yuragi gets to a good start, if like BZM kind of owns mid, Darkseer is Darkseer, you can't really slow down the hero too much. I mean, maybe the Ricky Venge supports will make it work.
Yeah, I mean, I have some doubts for it for sure, but I'm looking forward to see what they're going to be able to do and if we're going to get to see the Shard kind of hit that timing, because I think they are playing around like a pretty early timing here. They're going to look to just really pressure in the early game and kind of snowball. Not to say that the side of Quest can't fight early, but there is a little bit slower with that Void being in there without the best kind of combos and everything too. So let's see if OG can come out ahead in these lanes. It does look a little bit harder this time.
It does. I have a question for you based on like this matchups that we've been seeing in this Faceless Void versus the Darkseer, right? A lot of times what we've been seeing is the Midas as a response, being kind of like you have to just kind of get this item because you get shoved out of the lane eventually, and he takes your tower, and you don't have a lot of space. Can you afford to build a Midas into this OG draft?
I don't think he has to. I think the Oracle actually just changes the lane, right?
It does. Okay.
So you just like dispel the Ion Shells constantly. You'll have extra heals and sustain and everything for the Void too. So I think he can actually go a more aggressive route. I think he doesn't have to go down the Midas.
I also want to point out, we were talking about an all blue draft from OG. People probably like, oh, you know, Ogre's not blue, but
he turns blue.
He turns blue. He's got the skin as well with the big purple zombie coat. So it is a full blue team. So Yuragi actually goes into the store, buys a blue cosmetic for Alchemist, and equips it, all just for this draft. I just want you guys to know that is exactly what happened.
OG, trying to maybe catch something off guard here, get some like cheeky little first blood, all positioned on high ground.
I mean, he saw the ward get placed. They know about that one.
Yep, Malik, he'll scout it.
So they might go for the D ward here in mid lane. Yeah, I'm sure they will. There's no way they just leave the D ward for free.
Yeah, it should be a two.
It did reduce the blink strike. Yeah, there's D ward. It did reduce the blink strike's slow duration by a pretty hefty amount, actually.
Needed to get nerfed. It was way too strong.
Yeah.
It just no longer scales, right? I think it was like scaling all the way up every single level before in the past. So they do deny one of the bounties, so 2 for 1. Malik actually uses a wolf to take that one away. And see how these lanes end up going. Let's see what the Oracle does to counteract double melee lane with Ion Shell.
Well, instead of dispelling the Ion Shell, they harass the end. So we'll see how that works. The Taiga is just flicking the Oracle. I will say, from casting a ton of South American Dota, I have watched Matthew play, I don't know, countless games of this Riki, and this is quite a different starting item build here that Taiga's going with. A lot of times he just goes the Orb of stats and just runs into support.
Oh, so interesting. I think I like the stick quite a lot because you know they're going to be spamming Time Walk. You know he's going to be spamming double spells on you. Yeah. So I think it's a super value at least.
The stick is super good.
And Blood Grenade's broken. So.
Yeah. This might have been before Blood Grenade was introduced. I don't remember when this item even showed up. Or before people started realizing how broken they were.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see how much like the synergies of these drafts kind of kicking into. Like OG's draft, there's some funny, like really kind of interesting minus armor mechanics that are really coming in here with Eye of the Storm, with Venge, Wave of Terror, with Riki and everything. Bottom, Omar?
Yeah, that's gonna be first blood. You talked about just the minus armor that they already have in the team, Acid Spray, Wave of Terror, and a quick magic connection there. They take down the Rubik.
I mean, minus 6, he's put negative pretty much immediately when they get connection onto him there, so.
Oh. Ooh, does he get the wave block? Oh, he gets it. He gets the kill. Goodness. Seb, so close. He even commits the Wave of Terror just for the hopes of getting that wave. Well, or the creep camp. That's huge.
Yeah. And mid, we're seeing that DP versus Razor. I feel like I used to see this matchup so much in the past, where whoever gets like the better start ends up just eating the other one. But even if you don't get the better start on DP, there are chances of you just eating the Razor anyway. This hero just, Razor wants to run in and commit. And that's exactly what Death Prophet actually wants in a lot of situations with Exorcism. It can't just melt a hero like Razor.
Right? She's like, oh, I dare you, please.
Yeah.
You max the Spirit Siphon, you just walk at the hero. You have the move speed advantage, right, when Spirit Siphon's out, so...
I feel like they're going to have like 3 really successful lanes on the side of Quest this time around, compared to last time where OG did kind of crush in these lanes. Bottom, I think Yuragi should do quite well, especially because he's not very much of a pressure lane, but Malik should farm down here. So I would say that they're kind of going to perhaps win, in a way, all 3 lanes. Maybe, like, I would say, like, just 2 lanes. Quest, the top and the mid lane look like it should be pretty damn good for them. And then bottom, Lycan's going to farm and trade with Alk, so.
And Alk is one of these heroes that doesn't like to stay in the lane, right? He wants to kind of leave, go farm jungle combined, right? Like the 2 camps behind the tower are, as soon as you're like level 5, you're just acid spray.
Oh, they're actually getting aggro.
Time. And yeah, with Howl, they're just getting super aggressive here. Yuragi's gonna be forced to throw the stun, but the wolves with the body blocks are doing work. Does he need one more auto attack? It's enough. Seb leaves him in lane, go for a pull, and didn't think he could die. He's got Belt of Strength, Wand, like he's got almost 1,000 HP.
I think the Hal caught him off guard. That big
Yeah.
minus armor. Like, most people just skill the Feral Impulse. That's a really cool way to actually make this lane have kill threat.
He goes to
actually
0
really
armor.
Yeah, he puts him to 0, and then they have a blood grenade, and he had, what, 5 creeps on him or something? So, that was
Yeah.
sick from Quest.
That was really, really good, like, kind of acknowledgement of that situation.
I feel like we see, that's more of like a pub thing, but core is dying when support's pulling, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's me most of the time when I play core. Yeah.
Yep.
So I don't.
That's-
I like don't try to do that.
That's me when I play support, but that's why I just don't really pull half the time anymore.
You're like, my core is gonna die if I pull this lane. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure. Like, ping them like, hey, by the way, pulling.
And Noob right
And
now,
walk up the tower.
I'm watching in this mid lane, he is actually just bodying BZM. 400 difference of gold right now.
Yeah, I've been kind of just watching him Spirit Siphon and walk him into the tower over and over. He's got 3 points in the Siphon now, so you're just gonna always win the trades.
Yeah, it's like, who you want to keep linking me? Fine, I'll keep linking you. Let's go. I got more charges than you.
You also bought Boots Windlay, so you like your plasma field will not slow down Noob enough. Like, he will
Yeah.
stay on top of you. I actually like this a ton.
Yeah, I was wondering which build it would be because I've seen a lot of different
Yuragi.
variety from. Oh, Yuragi.
Howled under the tower? What?
Oh,
He's just gonna stun himself.
Self deny.
Yeah, okay, that's actually the best possible scenario, but also not great, because he's dead for a
Definitely not.
long time now.
No, and their lineup is honestly like mostly about getting an advantage in lanes right now, and they're kind of losing all 3. I mean, Alka's farming, but only by a small little margin ahead of these counterparts. So, really, I did not expect them to get that aggressive down bottom, but really taking advantage of Seb moving out of the lane.
Yeah, I know I was kind of joking when I said, like, you go to pull and your hero, your ally, like, your carry walks into the tower. I was kind of joking, but maybe a little bit of a curse there, because Jiraiya actually does it. But we'll see. Top lane's going fantastic. The Oracle has made a world of difference. Like, we see this lane, it's usually, like, a Faceless Void, flying tons of regen, not getting a ton of CS. He is crushing.
Absolutely free farming, and they're slowing down DM a lot. And this is a beautiful start here for Quest. And their draft, it scales very hard. That's the thing, too. So if they have a successful early game, at mid game, it's going to explode.
I go with the body blocks, holding Kaori back, but it's setting up
Here's
for Noob.
Noob.
He comes with the Exo. Uh-oh. Dude, he's not getting
That's
out.
not going to work.
There's no way. You said Razor, a full commitment type hero, and yep, gets punished for said commitments as Noob will grab himself a double kill, go mid. They're looking for Seb even as Omar's got a telekinesis. He's going to be forced to throw the stun here to try and buy himself some space, but he's just trapped next to the Death Prophet now.
He's dead.
And that is 3 kills across the map. What a series of rotations.
I don't think you could have a more successful haste rune. 3 kills. He's even going to kill the catapult and perhaps get some damage onto the mid tower too.
Dude, this Death Prophet's game is a real solid. Level 7 now at 7 minutes.
FaZe, a Windlace, and 1k gold.
Yeah.
Jesus. I've seen some of these guys that go back for like Falcon Blade. Could be because he's so farmed. Kaori even snatching away the Wisdom Rune. Gets a courier.
Oh,
and the
no.
neutral deny. Okay.
Oh, no.
See you
Okay.
later, nerd.
Bro, that is... Last game, they got the double Wisdom Rune. This one feels way worse.
I don't think anything could have been worse, actually. Your Razor tries to make a move. He dies. Noob gets a triple kill. You lose your Wisdom Rune. They're getting almost more than half damage on the mid tower here from this movement here.
Dude, it's going to be down to like a 30 HP.
Yeah, less than 1/3 HP. And look at bottom. Malik is actually 6. Yuragi, he gets 6, but he might still die. It's going to be close.
Dire's bottom tower.
Unless he gets some really big crits here, he doesn't have Howl. He would
Yeah.
need some help. And it looks like top lane, Kaori will just find a solo kill there. This is an immovable object meets another type of scenario. They are doing nothing. He's wasting the entire chemical rage duration, though, at least.
I think he's going to keep chasing him out here with moves. If he can keep
Mid lane
line
is where the real fight is, though, as Noob diving BZM. He's got double Spirit Siphons out. Kaori with the heals as well. He's got another Spirit Siphon available. They're just destroying OG under the tower. This game is falling out of control now.
The Razor is 0-30 last hits now. Noob. Oh, look at that. Another power boon as well, too. And this Death Prophet pick. Besides just the laning phase, it's perfect. They even have an Oracle. Even in the mid game, he's going to be super safe. All 3 lanes going incredible here. OG's experimental attempt here this time around, the lanes in particular, absolutely not working. They're going to have to make some moves around to salvage these lanes.
Yeah, it is, only a slight gold advantage. I want to point that out. Like, I know we're talking like, oh, Doomsday. The problem, though, is a lot of this is just the Alk effect.
Yes, and it's an Alk who's almost even net worth with a Void, so it is pretty doomsday.
Yeah.
Are scanning.
He's going for an early Radiance, of course, as he's
Dire are scanning.
scanning. Oh, he's
This
just
is
taking
cool.
their stacks. That is neat. That's
mean,
very
Yuragi-
necessary.
Yuragi's gonna have to go absolute Super Saiyan in this game somehow, so this is already like a cool little Q play that he can do. Because the
You have
supports
a-
at this point are crippled. Razor's also crippled as well too. So the mid game right now for OG, it's quite difficult.
Look at this smoke the top lane. Noob. It's a
Exo's
good
ready.
ward behind the tower with the Exo ready. Theory is level 6. They're going
Set's
to lose the
gone.
Venge bottom anyway, but it could be worse as they're looking for more top. DM gets the wall out for the moment. He's trying to get away. Vacuum back. The damage from the spirits is too much. You don't even have to commit the chrono.
And Yuragi,
And he will go back mid. Wait, is
He
Yuragi
does-
dead? He's just
doesn't
getting
have
chased
chemical.
down by the wolves.
he is
The
looking
body
pretty dead.
blocks. They're doing way too much damage.
Oh!
Wait. Loses the shapeshift.
Omar
Woo.
can't
He's
get
out.
the range. Okay.
Well, mid. Some TP response. Oracle with the save will keep Noob alive. He's able to get away for the moment, but that exorcism, when it comes back, will completely heal him up. And they actually just find Razor. Omar off the
Omar's
rotation.
here.
He steals the level 4 plasma field. Again, we saw what he did with this last game. He's looking for his opening. He's going to throw it. Clips Seb. Looking for the Fade Bolt in one. It's not enough. The Raindrop will save it. And Omar might tick out here next to the tower. A surge forward with Taiga. They're trying to bring him down. He's falling low and fast. There's the plasma field again. Oh my god. The Rubik.
At least they get a kill on OG, but they are getting completely run over. All three heroes top net worth. Void's like, I'm chilling. Nobody's pressuring me in my lane. Mask of Madness almost javelin treads. They got to chase for these type of kills. They need anything they can get on OG right now.
Radiant's top tower.
But look how
I mean-
far they're having to go.
Yeah, I was like, this is just such a long chase. He finally dies to Yuragi, but you just sent 3 heroes completely across the map as they just continue to farm.
I think you just have to, like, you know, it's the old school like OG thing, play monkey mode at this point right now because your lanes have been pretty disastrous. You have to start running with numbers to try to take advantage of Quest. But Quest, they're actually the ones with the
It's
numbers up
such
here.
a sick read. They just know that this gank is coming, and TA2000 thinks about going for the chrono. Noob, unfortunately, revealing, so they just back off. But, I mean, 3K gold lead here for Quest, 4-11. TA2000, the Mask of Madness, on his way to the Maelstrom.
He's huge. Yuragi
Yeah.
does have the relic at least, so the saving grace. He, like you said, it's going to be all really up to him with his timings, how much he's going to be able to rally and bring BZM back in the game because BZM is super shut down this game, and there is quite a bit of damage to be able to get on top of this Razor to burst him. DM also quite slowed down also on this Darkseer this time around.
Is under attack.
Yeah, that's true. I think when we saw him play this against the Faceless Void last time, every time he would see the hero, he'd just wall drop him, Ion Shell the illusion, and just chase the Faceless Void around the map. He can't really do that this time. It's like
No.
he can get punished.
And Noob already has it. Jeez, so fast this timing here. He has a Yule Scepter, 603 on this Death Prophet already.
You'll see
Taiga.
Taiga on the backside as he walks near a sentry.
No dust on Omar at the moment. Oh,
Dire's
yeah, he
top
does. Sorry.
tower is under attack.
Dodges it out. But yeah. Okay, how do you feel about this Yule's first item? Because I saw him kind of queued up. I wasn't sure if he was going to go for it. You were mentioning the Falcon Blade to tank up. Is the Yule's just too good? Like against heroes like Alk?
Against Darkseer 2, preventing Surge, dodging Concoction. I feel like it has a lot of merit in this game. And he's playing with Oracle, so you can just prevent time. You know, you do the Spirit Siphon plus Yule's play also, and it gives you that immense amount of healing while you're up in the air, so... I think there's a lot of different builds you can go on these type of things. I've seen Witchblades, Falcon Blades, Yules.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Smoke to the
attack.
bottom. They want to try and find Yuragi on this Alk. He is holding his Chemical Rage, so it's not an easy kill by any means.
And he is getting the Radiance delivered right now. They do seem to know exactly where he is.
If they see him for the moment. I mean, if you can get the silence for... Oh, he actually just doesn't have silence on Noob, so maybe not. But Yuragi, yeah. Yules buys him for a moment into
Swap.
the swap, though. Yeah, nicely saved here from Seb, but the damage, is it just too much from Noob? Will get saved. The Blood Grenade is out. He's going to continue to try and chase here under the tower, and he's done it. The Death Prophet is just way too strong, and nice vacuum here into the smoke screen, but you're just too far ahead, it seems. Taiga dusted up, running away. He's going to fall. Kaori actually surviving as he's kiting out BZM. And now you've got it back. You've got Malik and Noob here.
Here comes the Void.
The Chrono, it catches all three. A perfect placement from TA2000. You've lost the Exo is about to expire, but DM's still going to fall. They don't care about this wall at all. 4 for 1.
A great pressure play from the side of Quest. The swap comes out, but it's a full channeled Fortune's End. So 2.5 seconds, Alk's still caught. They just commit onto him. And TA2000 just comes out of left field. Perfect
Where did
chrono.
he come from? I didn't
He must
see
have
him
been
at all.
running. He must have been running for like 60 seconds or something to get there. Yuragi?
Omar, top lane. He can steal Chemical Rage here. He does. He might
alive.
live. Okay, no, in comes Taiga. Very good stuff.
And Kaori now, maybe.
Yeah, very
great.
nice. This will be a cool double kill. This is huge for Yuragi. He needs this.
Give him both as well, too. Nicely done,
Yeah.
Taiga. Give him both last hits.
Good ward behind the tower, scouting this out and setting up some good movement here. They will finally be able to take their first tower of the game.
And let's see if this timing does make a difference. It's about to be 15 minutes. I see Taiga. He's got the shard queued up, so let's see if this Cloud, all this minus armor now that it's going to start kicking together, is going to be able to stop a little bit of the relentless aggression that we're seeing from Quest. Because then maybe these saves won't happen on Tanub, and maybe they Death Prophet.
You just need it once, right? The first time it happens is big. Like when you... Oh, his career?
That was...
Well, he's going to lose it anyway, but...
Yep.
Gets the dust delivered at least. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like the first time it happens can honestly change a game. If you manage to kill the Death Prophet because you can't false promise him or something. Mid lane Noob going for the wrap around here onto the Razor, but a nice stun from Seb will buy him some space.
Well, Malik
He's gonna be out.
Malik can pop Shapeshift. They really wanted to try to run down the Razor there. I think he wanted to get the Yules off, but the stun actually stopped it.
Instead, he'll just take some Ancient stacks. Yuragi's like, bro, guys, these are mine. You can't let him do this. He just keeps
He's just
farming
taking
them. He's like, what are you gonna do, man? Oh, that's good stuff. I love that. He steals it. Oh my goodness. The fireball actually just stole almost all of them.
And they're trying their best to just make sure that this Alchemist is slowed down. Yuragi with a Blink Radiance. I like that he's gone the Blink. I feel like he knows that he needs to be a bit more active right now to try to bring back this mid game right now.
Omar swapped right on in. They will know about the ward now.
Nice catch.
But yeah, very nice catch indeed.
Taiga, he continues to scout it. Continues to scout, giving this information on the Ricky.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
They find more. It's spotted. Quest is running into
Can
this.
they do anything? Oh, they
Oh,
are
Kaori.
indeed. A nice 2-hero stun. They've got Kaori. Noob needs space. He gets vacuumed right back into the wall. He's going to buy back on the Oracle. He can save him. He just needs a little bit of space. They will just drop the false promise in case. Taiga trying to get surged away. Can they? Okay. A lot of magic damage there to finish him off. Noob will full heal, of course.
That's
huge
big,
buyback.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear Yuragi, instantly, as soon as buyback's there, he just bails. To get Taiga, whatever, we got what we wanted here. They almost actually get Noob. That was big. I mean, that ward right there comes in clutch. It's going to probably get dewarded instantly, but they get on top of Kaori. That fight could have gone the complete opposite way if they don't get on the Oracle.
Yeah. They got both wards, so they will actually give themselves a little bit more map control back because both those wards actually just netted some serious big kills. But yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, I'm happy to see that Yuragi's, playing a little bit more active. Just because, he just like BZM can't do that. If BZM does that, it's just like gonna more grief his game than it already is. He's 0-4 still on this Razor, so DM is catching right back up. In the meantime, though, Greaves is finished, which is going to be very, very nice to help out this out.
I just kind of forget there's a Razor in this game at times.
Yeah.
To be honest, but
and it still is a bit of it's a pretty big concern, of course, that the Alchemist is now it's starting to get a little bit better. He's got like a 3K separation between him and the Void, but TA2000 is still very large on this Void.
Yeah.
Yuragi positioned up top. He's spotted by Ward.
Taiga heading bottom. We'll just walk into Kaori.
Quest will just force a rush. Level 2 exorcisms online. Helm of Overlord. They're making the move though. OG does seem to know this is
Actually
happening.
holding the Exo.
Okay.
Okay, they're not going to hold it anymore. I was like, this is going to take way too long. And yeah, here comes the rest of OG. I don't know if the ward spotted them. Doesn't look like it did.
They see BZM running across the map to try to go. This feels very difficult for OG to contest. You're playing into Chrono and Death Prophet ult.
They have the vision
Still
now.
has duration.
Did see them with a ward. So Malik even popped the shapeshift just in case, trying to scout here. But yep, they get themselves the Aegis onto the TA 2000 Faceless Void, which will be fantastic for him, as he's still about 1,000 gold from his BKB.
Level 13 though, still continues to be quite massive. Yuragi still has that separation. Void ahead of him right now.
Okay, this is a hype dream if I ever seen. Taiga has a on this Ricky. Bro, you got some,
dream.
I guess, dream big, right? Don't let anyone tell you what to do, but that is a big dream.
It can be godly, right? You're playing
It can
versus,
for sure.
You're playing versus the Oracle heals, you're playing versus the Yule's Death Prophet, but yeah, that is the definition of a pipe dream.
Dude, it's 20 minutes of the game. You don't even have the net worth of the Sacred Relic yet.
I love it. I mean, what else does he want, right? Like,
I don't know, dude.
He's probably just telling his team, "This is what I want." You know, this is the goal.
1 second chair XD. All right.
Chairs, headsets. What do we got? You know. Malik holding quite a bit of gold here. He actually hasn't bought his shard. I guess maybe he's also dreaming big, but his dreaming big makes he's second in net worth, so
yeah,
he's gonna be able to get his AC. He can farm very easy.
This is my biggest gripe with the Ricky hero, because it hurts my soul because I love this hero, because it was named after me, obviously. And dude, you're kind of just a ward.
You're a walking ward. I mean, you're a walking ward and you're a courier sniper, as we've seen. That's the way the Matthew plays it. So
yeah. He stalled out a game against OG actually, which I'm pretty sure tilted them for like 25 minutes by just sniping couriers.
Wasn't that the one that broke the records? It was like the most courier kills by far. Like
it wasn't even close. It like doubled the next closest. It was absurd.
Yeah. TA 2000 BKB's completed. He probably feels very, very good to be able to show up to fights. Exorcism back up in 20. Quest. They may look for a fight right now.
You are correct. They smoke up. See what they got.
Taiga
just breaking smokes. The walking ward does it again. He's under a sentry. They actually see him this time, but TA 2000 is just ignoring him, looking for something else. Ward.
This is buying time. Yuragi's like, good job, Taiga. Keep it up. Keep tabs of him. I'm going to go hit this next camp as well, too.
Yep.
And they're even going to be able to set themselves up for their Wisdom Rune as well, too. So, nicely done. The walking ward. Literal invisible impact.
Yeah. What a hero.
Yep.
He's managed to farm another 100 gold towards his nullifier since we mentioned it.
Damn, he really needs that Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, he needs Philly so bad.
He's giving info of the backline, so he's looking for the supports, but they're actually making the move for Yuragi.
He's got he doesn't get it. If he had vision there, the Yules, that is a
and look, they actually know they're separate now. Taiga is immediately pinging on TA 2000. He pops mom.
He's got a lot of options here to work with. Malik does get the shapeshift off, and Seb just going to get beat down here by TA 2000. A couple of bashes. Nice Guardian Greaves. He drops the Chrono. It's going to set up for Malik as well, as he's just going to lay into the darks here. But Faceless Void trying to find a kill. He swaps out DM. That's going to be great. Nice back wall onto 2. TA 2000 likely to die here. Will be his first life. But here comes Noob on the Death Prophet, gets a silence. Malik still got some damage coming out here. Yuragi, he's able to get on top of Oracle. They get the kill. He's dead. BZM with BKB surviving, and Malik falling low, but the TA 2000 Void lays into him. He's done the damage. Yuragi, the BKB about to expire. He's gone as well. They're looking for more, baby. They are hungry. The dust will connect. Taiga try to hobble away. They will dive this base, but now too far away as Taiga will get the Blink Strike. Honestly, OG had some moments of brilliance in that fight, but they're just too far ahead.
Noob is just too strong. He is not answered whatsoever. 8-0 and 8. TA 2000 baits a little bit. A nice vacuum connection and a nice connection from Yuragi finding the Oracle immediately, but then Noob turns up, and Jesus, I don't even know how many bashes TA 2000 got there.
I would say at least more than 3.
Yeah, it looked like it. Because he got a couple on Seb even too. Noob, Exo is wearing off, but
he's got a haste. He's fine. Oh boy. So TA 2000 queuing up the Eye of Scotty next. A great answer to some of the healing that's coming out from the Alchemist as well as the Darkseer. Do you like this?
It's gives him tankiness. Great versus Alchemist hero. Amazing versus ranged heroes as well too versus the Razor. So yeah, this feels great if he wants to go down it.
Yeah, it looks like they have plenty of damage. right, on the side of Quest. It's mostly just he can't afford to die, I guess.
Yeah, he just needs to tank up and survive and just, you know, if they can just make these fights last like that, you know, 50 seconds or whatever it is during Exorcism, then, or 40 seconds in particular, that's the dream. So he just needs to survive. Taiga's bought the first component.
That's pretty big.
Actually, and he gets he doesn't get a Philly. He gets a Gossamer cape. So he can walk around. He can be the walking ward faster.
Yeah.
There you go.
Iron item.
It's
right?
one of the most valuable items.
Yeah, so I'm not like upset that he gets the helm of the Iron Will, but you know, we'll see.
I mean,
35, 40-minute nullifier. It could come.
He's building for himself. I mean, both supports are. I see Drum, Aghonim's queued up on even the Venge, too, so they're both just really looking to play for themselves rather than go for, like, these 4 staffs and whatnot. So, choice they made.
For it.
Nope.
He just buys the blade.
Even though he has an Alchemist on his team, they could eventually give it to him. He wants to get it earlier. And that's going to come so late. He probably wants it earlier.
Yeah. I guess there's 2 other Ags you'd probably prefer at this point anyway, right? Eye of the Storm and Darkseer Ags are very strong.
AC was finished, I believe, toward the end of the tail end of that last fight from Malik. He's got a Hex queued up next. Yuragi, he's trying to finish up his AC before the fight. Because talking about minus armor now, Quest, they do have big benefits when they have this AC, even the Death Prophet, of course. Sab is showing in mid, no TP available this time.
Wolves are coming. If he gets the cripple and the body blocks, okay, yeah, there's the body blocks. Well, good, just micro overall from Malik. Okay. Goodbye.
See you later.
I need to see how much damage the dragon did. I think it hit him once for like half his health. Yeah, the dragon did 500 damage. It crit.
It's no joke when they do crit. When you have the howl and everything applied to you with AC. Yeah.
Howl plus AC. Yeah, oh my gosh. Yeah, the minus armor is nuts.
BZM. He doesn't have mana for TP by 5. He does now, but they're right on top of him.
I mean, Chrono, if he wants it. Oh, nice juke out north here. Well played.
Oh, that was sick, actually. They thought
really
he was
gets out of vision. There's a blink on Noob now. So very mobile Death Prophet. Also a fantastic item when playing with Oracles, right? Because you can blink during the False Promise.
You stole me. You stole mine. Yeah.
I've played the game before once or twice, you know?
No, I love it. Because like you see the Shiva's queued and then he decides, like, I can just go this. It's really just because of the Oracle. So, glad you pointed it out.
I'll give you a chance for, I'm sure, like 1,000 other things to talk about. So I gotta highlight, you know, every once in a while.
Yeah, no, you're good. Any other timings that they've hit yet on OG? They've got Blink now on DM. The potential for Vacuum Concoction is always going to be something there. Guess that's probably what he's going for, to be able to get themselves some type of team fight. Because right now their follow-up for Vacuum, it's non-existent. So now with Blink, maybe they can get a connection.
Yeah, I'm trying to, like, I kind of like what OG is doing and just, like, not fighting Quest.
Yeah, but it is buying time for this void to just get larger and larger and larger. And you're playing an Alchemist draft versus multiple scaling cores, and your Razor still just hasn't found much of anything, so...
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, I'm not seeing like much item progression at all on the supports too, which is kind of a big deal for OG. Like they actually do need to get these supports to a point where they can contribute, because they're kind of just outside of swap and like smokescreen. They're just liabilities. So
yeah, they're like Wave of Terrors and smokescreens. It's very limited.
But here we go. The Lycan push plus the the Noob Death Prophet, like. Tier 3 taking a decent chunk of damage. Roach not respawning for a minute and a half, which will put it very close to bottom side of the map now.
TA2000 has the full Scotty finished up too, so they're keen to fight. He is super tanky. He also finds a Vindicator's Axe, probably the best thing he could have found right now.
I think they might have seen them bottom. Taiga is cutting wave with the classic Ion Shell and Invis Hero.
This is the Ion Shell Wolf strat from the past, but you use a Ricky. He's going to walk up, but he's actually walking up into a gem. Hello!
Oh boy, they get the Yules. That is big. The walking ward, unfortunately, countered by a gem.
And now they're shifting top, and it is going to be, you know, Roche, it's going to be spawning very, very soon. They kill it in time if it does, if they see it right away. They kill it super fast.
Do you think, like, if you're Theori or Omar here, you just sit in the pit and wait? Or do you, like, play with the team? I mean, Noob is just running down the map. Oh, my goodness.
They actually see DM.
Yeah, they're gonna find him. He's gonna blink right into it. He's like, why is the Death Prophet here? Gets caught from the Yules. Nice play from him. They need the save here. It is gonna be the swap. A good stun out as well. TA2000 unable to do much, but Seb just chewed through by Malik on this Lycan.
This last pick, Team DP, still seeming too good. 10-0-9.
Malik's not done. They find Yuragi.
Oh, Malik has a full hex. Holy moly. That was close.
That was. I think he just got it on the secret shop there as he ran up. But yeah, Hex is done. They grab the tier 2, nice fortification. We'll buy them a little bit of time here, but the last outer tower is going to do wonders if they can get it. Just open up that base. Nope. But it's time for OG to get active. They're jumping in. Dude, with nice duels. Dude, sick play. He has the save from the Oracle if he needs it, but he's standing his ground for the moment. There's going to be the Chrono catching 3 in some trouble here as BZM will feed into the Death Prophet, which is doing work, but Yuragi needs to get out of here. The wall actually keeping them all nice and healthy. New full heals despite the Razor's best efforts. You're down 4v5, but a lot of spells committed. The Exorcism as well as the Chrono. Yuragi, he is looking, throws this concoction, does connect onto Omar. BZM, that Static Storm is about to expire, gets hexed instead. And Razor now in a lot of trouble. Nice smoke screen there from Taiga as it will get them out, but...
Okay. I mean, they kite the Chrono and they kite the Exorcism. They only lose Sab. They lose him twice. Could have been way worse, though. Roche, it's back up and a walk toward bottom.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were just going to portal immediately, and that is exactly what the rest of Quest is doing. They're just going straight through the portal to bottom. They want to set up a Roche. They've already got 2 fantastic wards here.
I think Yuragi got the BKB and the Rage off before, or he had the Rage already popped, right, pre-Chrono, so he actually sustained through that fight pretty decently.
Yeah.
Big fight now without Chrono, without Exorcism. OG, they actually do have pretty much everything ready once those BKBs are up.
And they've got the ward. They find Taiga. Malik's going in to try and bring him down. That's a big kill to start this one off. He's going to buy back. Nice silence onto 3 from Noob, and Yuragi needs to run. BKB. He's actually chain stunned. He needs to get the chemical rage off, but he's not going to be able to. He's going to save it for the buyback, but they turn it on to Razor now as well. 3 dead on the side of OG. DM on the run. Omar with the chase doesn't catch him. As he gets the blink out, they're looking for more, though. It's going to be Ricky caught with a Hex, but they've also caught Seb on the Vengeful Spirit. This could be it. Dieback on 1. Yuragi wanting to get active. Self-stuns instead. Taiga will get away.
That ward doesn't, honestly, like, they just waltz 1 by 1 under the vision, and they don't have BKBs up. They just get chased out there from Quest.
They don't even care about, like, no, just go high. The Yules, they find the Alk. He's got a BKB available. He's going to be forced to pop it, but he's dang strong here. Hard target to go for.
That means no BKB for when the Chrono's up. It's up in 10 seconds.
And he has his BKB, right? You can't stop TA2000 in this Chrono now.
It's going to be.
Might want to respect the wall, though. Tier 3, that will be another fortification available for OG. But they have spells for Roche. I mean, Exo is up in 7 seconds.
That bottom fight in particular just blew the game wide open for them. Like, how much gold for each hero? Over 1,000. That was without Exo, without Chrono. They get that beautiful chase out. Another setup for Roche with absolutely everything. OG, the BKB is still down for Yuragi, so this fight, it feels very difficult for how they can approach it.
I love that they're just faking this again, right? It's like, it's just 2 times in a row. The Hex comes out onto the Razor. TA2000 goes in. He's looking for his opening onto Yuragi, but he's able to get the blink away. This entire BKB is wasted, but they managed to find Seb on the vent. That's no save for your Chronosphere now, and TA2000's looking for the opening, and there it is. He finds the Alk. The minus armor from the Howl. The Vacuum will catch the DP into the Chronosphere, but the damage is done. Instant GG on the death. Huge win here from Quest as they managed to tie the series 1-1. But, dude, such sick plays from them this game.
Sick plays and sick draft in the way they execute. This last big DP was, honestly, the perfect pick. Noobs, 12-0-3. He doesn't let BZM get anything this game. BZM ends 0-6. So, just because of this Death Prophet, because the way they played these lanes, they came out pretty much ahead in all 3. Like, Alki's slightly ahead in the gold after, like, the lanes and stuff like that, but that usually means you're behind. Alk usually wants to be quite ahead after that lane. And not the case whatsoever. Relentless aggression from Quest.
Man, it is. I'll have to say it's with a heavy heart that I see Ricky lose another game of Dota, but it is, you know, I don't want to say the expected result with how this hero has felt over the last couple of patches, but this now puts Vengeful Spirit at 0-3 in the tournament as well. So both these heroes have not managed to find really any success.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely felt like a little bit of experimental kind of testing. Will this work versus this Oracle? Will we have also this swap versus the Chronosphere and stuff like that, right? I think they were trying to find some solutions. But I think Quest, they covered their bases really nicely this game. I think Snap picking the Oracle in the second, it crippled DM's game to try to, like, pressure this Void by any means. He still got some farm, but overall, you could see the DM wasn't able to actually, like, play very aggressive and get too much done besides that. So, yeah, really, really good way that they kind of sequenced the draft. And then, yeah, DP last pick felt perfect, and the lanes looked great.
Yeah, it's just such night and day in the Faceless Voids game with the Oracle. Like we've seen this exact matchup before, and you're backing for a Midas, you're trying to play recovery the whole time, and instead TA2000's full aggression. This was sick.
Yeah, and it's like it's a combo of like multiple different things, right? Because it's also the fact that they're double melee versus Oracle.
Yeah.
So if they maybe had like, let's say, one of these, like, I don't know, these Bat Riders, these Coddles or something like that, then they play the lane differently. And then maybe they just play around pulling lanes and whatnot and, you know, all this other type of stuff. And stuff, it's just like, instead it's just both Ion Shells getting dispelled. You can't go for these aggressive dives. Because like most double melee Darkseer lanes, it's like level 3's hit, you glyph the wave, you double dive, blah, blah, blah. You try to get these kills and pressure. That was never the case. This Void was completely full HP the entire laning phase.
Man, sick games. Both these games were really fun. I think OG played just like a near flawless game one. Quest, it basically Uno reverse cards them here. Plays like, you know, very, very few mistakes in this game. I mean, when you have both your safe lane and mid lane go 0 deaths, you're off lane with 1. I mean, that is about as good as you can get.
Yeah, about as good as you can get. This was a really fun series that we got to see in a very, I guess we could say, the OG Classic. They come in, they go 1-1 again, right?
Yeah, they do.
Looking amazing when they're playing with their Coddle and stuff like that. This game, like I said, felt a little experimental. The game felt pretty difficult after lanes and stuff like that. They fought back in some decent approaches, but yeah, I mean, OG, they're still looking pretty decent, but they definitely are maybe, I wouldn't say like completely reliant on Coddle, but definitely reliant on when Seb is having a good game from what I've seen. Seb and BZM seem to be the X factor a lot of the time.
Yeah. They're at their 5th draw now. That is the 5th time that they have drawn the series 1-1. The highest of any team so far, but you know, there's other teams trying to do something similar. They're at least staying above kind of like that, you know, out of the tournament zone. Like they're getting close. They're right on the edge there, so they need to get themselves a 2-0. They've still got some heavy opponents coming up next, though, which are going to be Game and Gladiators. So we'll see what they can do. That's going to make or break it, I think, for the OG lineup in this tournament. Maybe we'll see some tiebreakers. Could be fun. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Well, maybe. That's going to be a tough one to bring back versus... Good luck going 1-1 versus Gaming. But Gaming has been dropping a bit of games. I don't know. Yeah. I'm looking forward to see it, but let's see.
Yeah. Group A is just super tight. But for now, we're going to go to a break, and we'll be back with a Group B series, which should be a lot of fun. I think you and I were both looking forward to this one. Is going to be BB Team taking on the side of Aster. So we haven't had a chance to cast Aster ourselves, I don't think. We've watched a lot of BB Team, but yeah, you excited for this one?
What do you mean? Of course, this is going to be amazing. I mean, Aster's been one of those, like, I think everybody's always excited to watch this team just because of, you know, Sumail jumping in and everything during Berlin. But now they got Kaka. So I've been a huge Kaka fan for years. You know, I used to play versus him back in the day and stuff like that. So since I haven't gotten to actually cover one of their games, I've gotten to watch a little bit of it. I'm super excited to get into the